Okie dokie, I think this might be better. Sorry about that. I think I started a stream and it kind of got a bit messed up, but now we are good. It is showing that it is refreshed, so we are now live, and I can say that for certain. So yeah, it's been a while. Like I said in the in like a video I posted like a few months ago, things have been bit hectic, especially with Source Filmmaker crashing and all that stuff and like not loading anything, but now it seems to be working just fine so far. You know, I don't want to jinx anything. However, hopefully we should actually go through the stream without any problems. Right, I'm just going to wait for the chat to update because it might actually be oh no, never mind, it is all refreshed. So, this isn't the animation that I've been working on in the last stream. Instead, I am working on something a bit easier for me, because in the previous live stream, I've been working on an animation in which kind of like the keyframes were a bit dodgy. Let's just put it that way. I didn't really set myself up very well at the beginning of the project, which is why I did run into a few problems down the line. However, this new project, haven't had any issues with it so far. I'm currently in finished basically the first half, but the second half I still need to finish, so we are going to be doing that today. I'm not sure how much progress we'll actually make, but you know. so far, I'm gonna mute the dialogue because hang on a sec, oh yeah, that's because that's disabled. Okay, never mind. So this is the animation so far. Like, actually, I think it would be better if I put some dialogue on it for context.
We need humans for the...
And I'll turn off the music while I show you.
We need humans for these tests. And since the only human within 1,000 miles of us is a test-ruining sociopath, I'll just have to make some. I know how humans make more humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over.
So yeah, that part is like, you know, I mean, I did make progress in that part, but then I realised, I didn't really like the progress that I made, so I kind of reverted back to a more decent version. However, in the stream, I am going to be basically seeing what I can do for the rest of the dialogue. But yeah, so
make more humans.
I do need an in-between frame here. So the context is, well, this is dialogue that has been pulled from the game. I believe it's like the multiplayer version. I'm just going to put the music back on. Although, to be honest, it is a bit loud for me. So I can just turn the volume down on my end. As long as you guys can still hear me above the music, then that's all I'm bothered about, really. But yes.
That's a sociopath.
Actually, I could just adjust that here.
I'll just have to make some. I know how humans make...
So with this one, I think I know how humans make more humans. In this pose, like, I think I'd like her to be like thinking, like, you know, because the way I'm trying to do it, I'm trying to balance the left and right motion. So if I add real quick, if I can remember where the tools are. So sometimes she'll go this side, and then sometimes she'll face this side. You know, I don't want it to be like static. In this project, I'm unsure of whether or not I'll be using different camera angles. Although it would look more cinematic, I do like the way that I do like the format of like just a single camera. I don't know, like a static camera thing. I don't know. I might animate the camera so that it follows her motion. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is balance out, you know, sometimes like she'll be facing this way, you know, her line is facing this direction, and then, you know, she faces all the way, and then sometimes she faces this way, and then, you know, she goes back and forth a bit, so I don't want it to be too static. you know, otherwise, yeah, it's not going to be as interesting. But also, the fact is, it's because GLaDOS is, she's like a really well-designed character, but the thing is, she is kind of hard to animate. Well, not in a hard to animate in a sense that makes her look good, because you need certain poses that, like, you know, make it actually look decent. For example, some poses like this pose, even though it's an in-between, like, well, actually it's actually pretty centered, but this arm in particular is like I said, it kind of throws off that balance just a little bit, especially because the mesh is a bit distorted because the bones aren't really supposed to turn this way. But you know, thanks to lighting and everything like that, I can hide it. Also, I do plan, because I am using Source Filmmaker, you know, the original Source Filmmaker. I am deciding to port the animation over to Source 2 Filmmaker once I'm done. And that is literally because, like, the reason why I'm only using the Source 1 Filmmaker at the minute is because S2FM is quite resource intensive, especially with lighting, especially with you know, rendering different characters and character models. Also, I'm not I mean, I could port over, like, well, actually I already have done. Skip that. Forget what I said there. But yeah, I have been able to port over the animations in the past. It's just a bit pain in the arse, but yeah. But that's a thing for a future thing. But like I said, the lighting will hide that mesh distortion pretty well, so that's not too bad. But yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of those labels and I'm gonna catch up on the chat even. Hey Jay, sorry can't watch stream as I am out, but free to chat later on if you're free to. Hope the stream goes well. Talk to you later if you can later. Oh, thanks Xander-chan. I will be at work later this afternoon, but in the meantime, you know, I've actually woken up pretty early this morning and I'm actually pretty active, and I thought, you know what, I might as well, you know, I might as well do something productive. And now that I've actually managed to get Source Filmmaker fixed and everything like that, so far, okay, I don't want to jinx anything, but so far it is running pretty smoothly. So in this pose, I'm not sure if I should, like, make her head tilt a bit more. Like, by the way, I need to change that to steps, otherwise that's just gonna be all over the place. Maybe have her head slightly... No. Actually, I'll save that pose, save that keyframe, and then undo that, and then paste it here. Maybe as like a... I actually like that better, because now that it looks like that the head is following through with the body. Because, like I say in the previous live streams, I'm trying to, like, incorporate real life physics into the animation, which is something that you should do. But in this case, you know, like I've described in previous live streams, GLaDOS is a gigantic hunk of machinery, and I want to animate her as such, in which, like, for example, the body is a lot heavier than the head. So therefore, when the body moves and everything like that, it kind of like it drags the head along in the curve. But then afterwards, when the body stops, I still want there to be a bit of inertia. So the head's going to still move just a slight bit even after the body has stopped.
Humans make more.
Also, wait a minute. So, in this case as well, I need to add that steps. That is a different pose than what I'd like.
Humans make more take some. I know how humans make more
Maybe on the other like humans
make more
maybe I could, like, exaggerate that, well, not exaggerate it, but emphasize that little the human. So I know how humans make more so about this frame here, maybe, I don't know, turn ahead a bit.
More humans and
nah.
More humans and frankly more human.
Also, this in between frame as well I need to sort out. So I think in this case can mark all of them, create, what, have I got everything selected? I believe so. Create a linear transition. Hello Glitch Brewery! Hope you're doing okay. So this is like my way of cheating to create an in-between frame, so I can just mark the frame and I can just put it back into stepped mode afterwards. That way I've got a good reference point as to what the pose could actually be. The head is going to be a bit of an issue, well, not an issue here. So for example, this part, she's going straight into that other pose. I don't want that. I would like there to be a bit of a, I don't know, like a drag effect, like in this previous frame, you know, her head's kind of like dragging behind, so that the in this way, like for example, if I can find, I'm still getting used to this pen tool. I haven't used it in a long time. You see how I'm gonna disable that because I'm gonna disable the dialogue for the time being because that's quite annoying. But you see how her head kind of tilts. Just a little bit, it rotates just a little bit. I'm gonna need a bolder pen. How do I? There we go. I was gonna say that's a lot. That's too thick. So she has like a head rotation as she's moving towards this pose. So you know her head's static here, then it rotates in this motion. And that's because I'd like the tip of the head to face the direction in which she's turning. And then translating that back into another pose. Then again though, the difference isn't that, it is quite big, but I think with quick motion, especially in an in-between frame, it's not really noticeable. Like it does emphasize it quite a bit. It's like smear frames, you know, it's a bit exaggerated, especially that, but you know, it gets the job done. It creates like a nice sense of transition here. Hello Scott, Spy Blue. How could you animate this without realizing upon seeing GLaDOS' attractive and thick body? I mean, it's hard. It is hard, you know, like. Well, no, it's not. Okay, yeah, the reason why I have been on a big hiatus isn't because of SFM issues. It's because I just can't stand being on the project with her presence, just her gorgeous presence, just no, I can't, you know, I scream. No. No, mate. To be honest though, she is thick, but thick in a different way. Anyways, I do believe there is actually an animation, well, not a lewd animation, but an animation in which the dialogue, such an incredible animation, it's such incredible lighting. I can't really show it right now because of copyright reasons. This stream is monetized, mainly because, well, you know, the man's gotta eat. But so I do apologize for the ads in between, but you know, I am trying my best to, you know, make use of this channel while I can. But yeah, hopefully you get a good idea of what I'm on about. It's like, well, I digress. Anyways, going away from that point, what I was originally talking about is how we can make GLaDOS' head tilt in the direction she's like turning, like as if her body is dragging behind the body weight. And like I said, that final head movement there is like an act of inertia. Like the body stopped, but her head, like because it's because we got a neck here, you know, it needs to have some flexibility. So like, and that's the cause of the inertia that the inertia effect that I'm trying to make. So yeah, this in between frame here, for example, this head, her head needs to be a bit more like downwards maybe. And then in between here, create another frame, boom, stepped. I like it to not be as And then her head maybe could... Actually, I think her head could stay still. Actually, no. No, I've already done that. So, I've already kind of... It was mainly this in-between frame that I was having issues with. Then again, though. Is it too much? Maybe. I think if I can just... I think one in-between frame is enough. Yeah, one in-between frame is enough for me. And then humans... Let's turn the dialogue back on. So, what are you going to make with this animation? Well, this is actually, this is going to be a short video. Think about, I actually don't know how long this is. it only mentions in frames. I don't know. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if there's like a setting to show like the amount of minutes. There probably is. Hang on. Basically, I'd like to know, like, instead of frames, I'd like to know, like, how much time this takes in seconds. Or I'm trying to look around the screen, see if there's actually any indication of that. Doesn't seem to be any, so I'm gonna go View, Windows, maybe. I'm gonna guess about, like, what? 20 to 30 seconds. So yeah, this animation is going to be like a 20 to 30 second video. Basically just pulling dialogue from the game. I think it's also like a self-exercise to help me practice animating GLaDOS more realistically. Because I do plan on making like full feature length animations, but for the time being, with my current situation with time management and stuff like that, maybe if I have more free time in future, I'll be able to make these full-length animations, or just do it in increments. For the time being, though, these videos are going to be like practice ones, or like like I say, like cinematic shit posts, like the GLaDOS Discover Stan Twitter, like that was about like a minute to 2 minutes long. I plan on making videos like that, just short videos like that are quite funny. In this case, this isn't really a comedic sketch per se. Like, this isn't going to be like a funny video. It's more like my animated translation of a certain dialogue that is in the game. Because she does say about, oh, we need more humans for these tests. I think referring to the, to the P-body and Atlas, or the two multiplayer, the two robots that you play as in multiplayer. Basically, it's like, that's where you two come in at the end.
So I came up with a better way. That's where you come in.
Like that. So I do plan on including them to like pop up, or maybe just like, be the camera pan to them afterwards, and she's looking at them saying, oh, that's when you come in, they'll be here, or stuff like, excuse my stick figures. They're not stick figures. Actually, you know what? I'm going to draw them like as they are. So you got Atlas, and then you got P-body, and then you got Atlas. This is a very bad drawing, but yeah, she's going to be looking at them. It's like, that's where you come in, kind of thing. For the time being, though, oops, made a mistake there. So
I have to make some. I know how humans make more humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also is.
With this one,
It's ridiculous.
make another pose here. Make her a bit like that. At the minute, I'm just playing by ear, seeing what poses work. Again, when this is automatically translating into spline tangents when I've got stepped enabled, which is, it is another pain in the arse, especially since, there's a lot. I'm gonna actually have to keep all of these.
Ridiculous. It also assumes.
Yeah, there we go. That's much better. And then maybe her head could like that.
It also.
Nah.
It all.
I think her head needs to be a bit more this way, and because
It also assumes.
I'm not sure if that translates very well actually.
It also assumes it's ridiculous. It also assumes.
Then again, though, I don't really have a reference point in a minute. I'm going to add an in-between frame. See if that actually works. God, this... It's been so long since I've used this as well. Okay. So I'll do that. Make an in-between frame. Turn it back to stepped. See what it looks like.
It also is.
You know what? That's...
Frankly, it's ridiculous.
Also, that is doing my head in.
We're humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also. Ridiculous. It also.
There we go. That's much better.
It also assumes. It also. It also assumes. Ridiculous. It also.
Should I make an in-between frame where she's going down a bit? Like, I don't know. Like... So when she says it also, I think maybe she like... hang on, I need to figure out how to express it. Alright, I'm going to save those poses for later. I'm going to just shove them further down the timeline.
It's
Do your best Wheatley impression. Oh, I mean, to be honest, that's quite... I mean, it's not easy per se, but it is easier for me because I am British, and obviously Wheatley is also British, so... I am... It's got like... I don't know what part of the UK he's from, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't really... Like, I know it's a certain accent, but it's like... I don't know, man. Like, seriously, right? If all these test subjects are just going to be potatoes, right? Then I don't know, man. It's been a long time since I played Portal as well, so. Oh, GLaDOS, she's a right pain in the mouth. She's a real piece of work. You want to know who ended up taking her down in the end? You're not going to believe this. A human. Yeah, right. I couldn't believe it either. Never seen her since. Yeah, but that's all the best I can do. Maybe I can use that for like, actual voiceover work for Wheatley instead of using AI voice lines, because that's the thing. I don't like using AI because, I am kind of like against it in terms of like, stealing the voice actors' work, because obviously, I forgot his name as well. It's on the tip of my tongue, but he is like the voice actor for Wheatley, absolutely phenomenal. Same with GLaDOS, Ellen McCain, wonderful, and I don't want to I don't want to, steal their works and for my own, which is why I would like to be able to do the impressions that I can. I mean, I can do GLaDOS, using some special effects, not accurately, but also because I don't have the American accent, and I try, but I cringe, but yeah, I don't really have that kind of. I can't really achieve that accent that Ellen McCain has for GLaDOS. I will do my best, though. I will do my best, but that's for the sound design kind of stage of things. Right now we're on the animating side.
Ridiculous.
So for this, I would I don't know, maybe...
Ridiculous.
For this particular pose, I'd like her to this is the starting point. I'm gonna use the skeleton as a guideline. That's bad. Let's see here. Boom. Actually, I think it would be much more helpful if I reduced the thickness of the lines and also color code them. So we have the body here connecting the head. That is terrible. I apologise. But I like it so that, it kind of... Wait, I don't know why I'm already drawing the pose that she's already in. Sorry, I just had a massive brain block.
It all
So yeah, I would like it so that she goes in like a more like bent down version right here maybe, and then her body is about here, the head's kind of about here. So that way it's like it also like there's like an anticipation on also. So the word also is like there's an anticipation, it also, and then she moves to the next pose.
it also
So I'll do that. I'll actually do that real quick. I'll see what it looks like. Because it may look good, it may not, but never know unless we try.
it all
You know what? Nah, there's no need for it actually. I think in this case it's going to be over expressive. You know, I don't want to make GLaDOS too cartoony. But then again though, like I said, you know, I want to balance the realisticness.
it also was it
Actually, that works. You know what?
also
If I make a few changes to the body here, and then like have the head lead up a bit because obviously the inertia.
it also it
No,
all
actually, because then that's leading it back a bit. Okay, what about if I... Is that the problem? Yeah.
it also it all
I don't want it to rotate that much.
it also it all it also is it's ridiculous. It also is
Actually, I'm going to scrap that. For the time being, I'm just going to go back to these animations. I'll probably like experiment in future off stream. Because the thing is, right, I take a lot of time to like make up my mind as to like how an animation would turn out. And I get really fussy, especially with the anticipation frames. You know, I do want them to look nice. However, in this case, I think I'm just going to stick with the
it also
getting like the frames right, like the poses.
it also
That head movement.
it also
Actually, that works out pretty well, actually. I can create a good arc out of that. So, my main focus
it also
is to make an arc. So, you know, the head, it also... Let's make a point here, actually. It'd be kind of hard to do it without, you know, having
it
two
also
points. So, in this case, you know, I want there to be like a slight arc right there. Maybe hard to see because of the colour, so I'll change it to pink. But yeah, I don't want it to be like straight ahead. I do want there to be like a slight curve in the face. Oh look, there's a smiley face right there. But I do want there to be like a curve in the also.
it also assumes it also
And maybe if I copy that keyframe.
it also assumes that you are
Nope, I can't. That doesn't work. Nice impression, thank you very much.
ridiculous. It also assumes
So maybe have her head.
ridiculous. It also assumes
Also, I think it would be best if I keyframe all of these frames.
that you are so assumes it's ridiculous. It also
Also, I don't know why, but these are not stepped.
ridiculous. It also assumes
Alright, let's have a look at the body here. So let's normalize these tangents and see if we can get an in-between frame.
it also it also
No, I think that frame is here. That's where the in-between should be. I think. And then if I go into the X rotation, turn that down a bit. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now, if we can get that there. Oh yeah, I forgot. It doesn't look right, but that's because well, I've only affected the rotational axis of that one. It doesn't really affect anything else, which is why if I go into GLaDOS Center now, wrong one. It kind of. Is there any?
It also.
I don't know. Like I said, my issue right now is just making up my mind as to what. You know, I think I'm probably overthinking it.
It also assumes.
I think it looks fine actually. You know, it looks fine so far. I'll fix whatever it is. I'll fix all the details later.
So assumes that you are
already. So I'm gonna mark. I'm gonna keyframe all the places where I want to like highlight.
This also assumes that you are ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I already have a human, which
I
hope somebody got fired over.
So maybe like this.
Already have.
So all
have a human. You already have a human, which I hope.
Or maybe no, maybe I can just get that keyframe. So basically, what I'm doing right now, it may sound weird, like, you know, or out of context. What I'm, oh, my headphone is coming loose. Sorry, I have to fix my headphones because it is a bit dodgy. But yeah, what I'm trying to do right now is match up, like, I'm trying to set markers as to when I want GLaDOS to, like, you know, go into a different pose. Relative to the dialogue. So for example, like all, so I would like her to change the pose there, maybe like go up a bit, have a human, which I would like to add like emphasis, especially on the head, human, and then it goes back down,
which
maybe I can use that as an in-between frame. This is okay. I think this is going to be an important keyframe.
Somebody got fired over.
Fired over. So like, you know, this is like the final keyframe of that part.
So I can.
And then another keyframe for so. So does SFM bug a lot? It, in my experience, it does. Then again, though, like, it doesn't help the fact that my computer is quite disorganized, and like, I should manage my files a lot better, and I think that's what it comes down to as well. Is like, I have it's not enough to fix some certain bugs. It's not enough to like uninstall Steam, uninstall SFM, and like try again. You know, like I think it is something to do with system settings or something like that. Because if you look at the scripts as well, these are all like workshop downloaded scripts to like help me with certain animations. And I think some of these like scripts in particular are, they are quite, they can interfere with certain codes, which is why, you know, it is a bit, you know, I do think that's the main reason. But the thing is, I'm not really much of a technology expert to know how. But so far, now that it's working, I'm just not going to touch anything. I'm not really going to like, you know, I would like to sort through my hard drives at some point. Basically, I've got like add-ons that I'd like to add in, like to make it easier. For example, I would like to make an IK rig for GLaDOS, because at the minute it's only an FK rig, which for those who aren't familiar with animation, FK stands for forward kinematics, in which the parents, like the bone in which like a certain limb is attached, it controls the whole thing. So for example, the head is the child of the body, because if I move the body, the head moves in the same position. With an IK rig, oh sorry, I forgot if crap, I don't know if I bloody made the mistake there. No, that's fine. So yeah, an IK rig is the opposite, where like the child bone can affect the parent bone. In which case, I would like it so that when I move GLaDOS's head, like, you know, if I move GLaDOS's head physically, obviously right now, it's not going to look good, but you know, with IK, with inverse kinematics, the head, if I move the head, the body will follow like a string, like a piece of string. The thing is though, I'm not good with the rigging at all, and that's why I mainly depend on workshop items and in-game stuff. I have tried, you know, re-rigging it in Blender, but Blender is like, I don't know, I am, which by the way, yeah, speaking of which, Spy Blue asks, would you prefer using SFM over Blender? The thing is, Blender it has a lot more capabilities. I would love to learn how to use Blender. Thing is though, like I said, it's a steep learning curve. I have used Blender a few times. Thing is though, I'm not good with modeling or rigging or like stuff like that. Mainly I'm just like, you know, I'm an animator slash, you know, sound designer kind of thing. So rigging isn't my best suit, and I can't afford to hire one. And also like some assets that, you know, you can find online for IK rigs, they can like cost a lot, and not gonna lie, they are worth it. Thing is though, like I said, you know, I'm using my best at the minute, but yeah, for the time being, I do prefer SFM mainly for the graph editor, because I do prefer, like, despite the bugs and everything like that I come across, I feel way more comfortable using the graph editor on SFM, especially because I can do this, where I can see, like, I can normalize the different movement values for each one, and also I'm very familiar with the shortcuts. So for example, if I want to mark all of the keyframes on a single bone, on a single character, all I need to do, press M. And also there's a lot more, you know, yeah. But with Blender, like I said, I would like to, I mean, I do have it used, and I have used it quite a few times. And my first video is actually made in Blender. I'll quickly pull it up real quick, because hang on a second. I need to get onto YouTube because I'm stuck on YouTube Studio. YouTube.com. I'll pull up the video in which I made the. It's like my first ever video. Basically, yeah. I made this in Blender, but the model and the rig was, well, it's a free asset provided by the Blender organization itself, and I thought, you know, I might as well animate it.
You melted that guy. Yeah, I did, but that doesn't mean I don't have a heart.
But like I say, also, I'm not really good at animating humans, at least not yet. I have been trying to animate Chell in other animations. Still working on it, but like I say, you know, it is quite you know, gets a bit used to. It does need a bit more. I do need to study human animation a lot more. Also getting the rigs for it. But in the meantime, with SFM, and like the main reason why I do prefer animating Portal stuff is because, well, there's. I don't know, I can make sense of like the physics of it. I think what helps is that I do understand like how, like, you know, certain masses can like move, and with this thing, isn't, you know, it's just not really human, a living being that can stretch and stuff like that. This is like a mechanical, rigid machine that needs to like move according to physics, and like, you know, I can have a sense of that, and I think that's what puts my advantage over that on SFM. I do apologise if I'm blabbering on and not animating, but I do. I do like chatting and you know, explaining why I use SFM and why I animate Portal. I do like to dive into other animations as well, but for now, you know, this is what I'm best at.
He got fired.
It's also what I enjoy. So
I came up already. So I came up with my he got fired over. So I came up with a better way. With a
better way.
way. That's where you come in.
Come in. So these are all of the. Actually, I don't even need that many. I mean, to be honest, I do need a little room in this section for animating Peabody and Atlas because, you know, like I said, they're going to pop in, do a little animation. I'm actually going to switch the audio file here because I've already planned the animation like in my head, sound design wise, and I'm just going to let it play for itself.
We need humans for these tests, and since the only
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. 1 minute. I'll try that again.
We need humans for these tests. And since the only human within 1,000 miles of us is a test-ruining sociopath, I'll just have to make some. I know how humans make more humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over. So I came up with a better way. That's where you come in.
So you can see in the sound effects that Atlas and Peabody are they are going to be making an appearance in the animation, which is why I'm leaving a bit of room in this editor for them, you know, to be able to animate them and stuff like that. You know, well, this is GLaDOS's channel, obviously, but they're like from here. I think this is when like GLaDOS stops. There's still quite a bit of clip left to use. I can extend it and I can retract it, obviously, but I do plan on using it for that. Anyways, back to now that I've marked the keyframes in which I would like to highlight which movements GLaDOS is. I'm gonna try and do it basically. Although to be honest, though, now that I think about it, I just realised, actually, you know what? No, that's fine. One brainwave I literally just had is that these markers basically force GLaDOS to be in this same pose. So even if I change pose here, she's still going to go back to the same pose. Maybe that's not the best idea then. Maybe. See, that's the thing in animation, normally I just play by ear, but in this case I would like to actually create higher quality animations. And before I was quite like, yeah, the animations were good, but I would like to actually be able to think more better and plan ahead as to what motions I would like. Because admittedly in the previous animations it was just kind of like randomized. In a way like, okay, yeah, it looks like she can make this expression, but then the timing would be off and everything like that. In this case, I would like to prepare like and know which parts are which. So, wait, I need to turn the dialogue back on.
It also assumes that you already have. You already. It also assumes.
Maybe if I can put an in-between frame here. Like she's talking to herself. Also, sorry about that. I disabled the music.
You already have a. It also assumes you already have.
This is the annoying part as well. Okay, yeah, like I said though, there is some parts of SFM that bug out. For example, when when you ask like, does SFM bug a lot? This is one of the examples. Yes, is because like you see the option is stepped, and basically stepped means like it's just one value, like it steps up to a different keyframe whenever it's in place. However, for some reason the values don't, like if I make a new keyframe, it's not stepped by default, even though I've selected it so it should be, which is a problem.
It also assumes that you already have it.
Also, I can delete
Have a human. You already have. Also assumes that you already.
lock in. Yes, I know. I'm trying.
Assumes that you already have it. It also assumes that you already have it. Assumes that you already have a human with. It also assumes that you already. Ridiculous. It also assumes that you. Already have. You already have a human, which I. It also assumes that you already have a human.
Okay, so I've got the body movement right, but I think the head obviously needs to.
You already have.
It would be nice. Actually, I'll put an in-between frame here.
You already have a human. Also assumes that you already have a human. Ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human.
I would like, actually, in this case, I would like her head to kind of not.
I have a human.
No. Maybe lock in there.
A human. We already have a human, which I. A human, which I hope somebody less. A human, which I hope. You already have a human, which I. Already have a human.
I think the body kind of.
You have a human, which I hope.
I think the head should follow back a bit more here.
Human, which I hope. I have a human, which I hope. And which I already.
And then shrink those together.
Human. That you already have a human, which I hope. That you already have a human, which I hope.
Ah.
You have a human, which I hope.
Now I was thinking maybe
Means that you already have a human, which I.
she maybe like turns the head a bit. So like, you know, going back here and then but like kind of goes a bit. So in this case I would need to rotate this forward a little bit. Maybe pull the body down to compensate for, because here's the thing, like I said, with this bone in particular, it'll just like move everything, but I don't want it to move everything. Obviously I'll, you know, because like I said before, GLaDOS is made up of different shit. Not different shit, well yeah, different shit, but different body parts. So we have obviously the head, the body, and well, you know what, yeah, the head, the chest, the body, and the tail. I'm just gonna call it that. Like I said, because they're not connected, like they are connected, but you know, they are connected by, you know, fucking whatever. I don't know what to call them. I do apologize, but this means I don't want it, when she moves, I don't want her to look rigid. You know, I do want her to have some flexibility in her movement. So that's why I'm making these annotations here.
You already have the human, which I.
So in this case, she's gonna stretch a little here. I don't even know actually, I'll switch to global axis. To stretch that there maybe.
which I hope.
Oh, that's going to be an issue. Hang on. Let me delete that.
The human which I hope.
That works, actually. I just need to delete that
Which I
keyframe.
hope. The human which I hope.
Yeah.
I have a human which I hope.
There we go. So I need to, I do need to, yeah, I need to delete that keyframe. So that works a
Have a
lot better.
human which I hope.
So you see what I mean now, is that because
Human.
I rotated that part here, but then I had to straighten the chest out a bit, just to give her that arc. No, because that only rotates a little bit, but the body, I keep calling that the body, it should be the chest. The chest moves down, the body rotates a little bit forward, and the chest moves down to compensate for that massive amount of movement, and then the head follows through because it's the lightest part, and it's basically the end of the chain. Have you ever animated any other Valve games? I have not, no. Oh wait, actually I have! Sorry, I lied. Yes, I have. I've animated Left 4 Dead, funnily enough. Do I show you guys the project? Oh. No, actually, I'm going to see if I have it. Because the thing is, I don't know if I actually have the project or not. Because recently, I've lost like a lot of files on a certain hard drive. Basically, I was trying to back up some stuff. And I'm going to see if I actually have it. So bear with me a second while I look. I really, really do hope I do. Because that's the thing, it was a really good project as well. I mean, it was like the first time I started animating humans, and like so far it looked pretty good. But I think it might have gotten lost. And that's also what, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to recover old project files in which oh no, that's the wrong one. Games. Actually, no, I need to go into the user mod. Wait, SFM sessions, user mod, sessions. No, I don't, unfortunately. I wish I could, but basically it was like it's a Left 4 Dead animation. To give you the context, basically like they, it's so they're all like holed up in a house, and sorry, my headphones are absolutely falling apart. Like Francis, I believe his name was, is like a biker gang guy, and he was like sleeping on the table. Lewis comes down and he's like, Francis, wake up, we need to be ready, you know, there's a horde coming, Bill, the veteran, the old guy, says that there's a horde coming. And Francis, like, it's about, he's always going about like there's things coming. He's, it's his PTSD from Vietnam. He used to be in the war and shit like that. And then Lewis is like, it's best to be safe than sorry, Francis. This is about survival. And that's where the clip ended. I really, really, really wish I could show you guys it. And maybe even finish it. But for the time being, I can't. But I am making great endeavours to recover my hard drives, because I have lost years of work on a few of them. And the thing is though, hard drive recovery is expensive, and I got more expensive stuff to worry about than old project files. Sorry, like for example, investing in new headphones, because I am constantly having to readjust them. Yeah.
Which
I don't need this annotation anymore because I've finished that.
in which I hope some.
Also, I can delete that. Actually, there should be an well, I know that S2FM might have the update, but like being able to mark keyframes without actually like setting the pose in stone. Although there may actually be, hang on a minute, is there already a bloody... I'm gonna see if there's any. Marker? I'm gonna look on the workshop real quick because I swear if there's like if there is like a way I can like mark along the timeline without having to like set the characters in a certain pose, that'd be great. So for example, if there was like another overlay here with like, you know, the same icon here, but the characters aren't forced into a pose. I'm going to see if there is an item for that real quick. So I've got workshop open. I'm just going to go in scripts here. Scripts, there's 358 total scripts. Marker. No, okay, mark. Borderlands 3 character rig, I don't need that. Auto tint manager. Doesn't look like there is. There are a few that I could actually use, but I'm not going to download them right now. Obviously, I'm animating. So, for the time being, well, I've downloaded one. And that's it. For now, though, I think what I'll do, I'll just use these markers, and then afterwards, just like delete them.
Touch the human, which I hope some.
Or I could just copy them. You know, I'm being such an idiot. I could just like copy. Boom. Replace them. I don't know. I'm being an idiot. There's also nerves because I haven't streamed in such a long time.
Human, which I hope some.
So yeah, for each keyframe. So now I know like where GLaDOS, like where the key poses are. But obviously GLaDOS is going to be in this old pose. So what I'm going to do as I go along, I'm going to replace each key pose with the one before it. So that way there is, you know, a sense of progression. I think that's the only workaround I can think of now. And it's worked before. You know, I can do that again. But yeah. Anyway, my coffee's getting cold. I did brew a coffee before I streamed, so that is now lukewarm. Oh well.
I hope somebody have a human, which I hope.
I would like her to
Title assumes that you already have a human, which I hope.
Then again, though, with the sum, this keyframe.
I have a human, which I hope. Some.
Maybe do that. Move there. Stepped. Oh no, wait, yeah. This is what I mean. Why isn't it stepped? It should be stepped, but it is not. God damn you. Anyway.
A human, which I hope somebody got fired up. The human, which I hope somebody.
Danny's in between frame.
Hope somebody got fired.
So, copy, delete, paste. That doesn't sound right. Oh no, wait, it does. Never mind. See, I'm trying to constantly like make all these steps because they keep like defaulting to spline.
Assumes that you already have.
Already, like, well, also I know that I do get quite away from the microphone, so if I do get quiet, please let me know and I'll turn the gain up. But
have a human, which I hope somebody got fired. That you already have a human, which I hope somebody got. You already have a human, which I hope.
I'll put an in-between frame here actually. Halfway through. Then mark it.
Human, which I hope somebody.
But in this case,
human, which I hope somebody got some.
I would like it to be that.
Human, which I hope some.
That maybe. Obviously, the head's going to need to drag behind a bit. That's a given.
hope somebody got human, which I hope somebody got fired.
Fired.
Got fired over. A human, which I hope somebody got fired over.
That works. Save that. So, how are you guys doing? I apologise. I haven't really been I have been interacting with the chat too much, but I haven't been asking you guys any questions. So, I hope you guys are doing okay. Here in England, well, where I am, it is gorgeous outside. I've got opened my curtains and my room is now full of sunshine and I'm, loving it. I hope the weather, wherever you guys are watching, is also just as beautiful. If not, then my condolences, or I don't know, sorry.
Fired over. Somebody got fired over.
I would like on fired over.
In which I hope somebody
got fired over. Maybe there could be like a loop. Like for example, I don't know why. I'll do that, and there could be like what was I gonna do?
I hope somebody got fired over.
I'd like it to stretch a bit, like maybe go like here a little. Just to express, like, oh, I hope somebody got fired over, like the, I don't know, like the...
It also...
Because we've got the exaggerated post here. Do I make it more exaggerated, or is it fine like this, actually? It's fine like this, don't I? Although, making it in between frame rate again. So, boom, boom. 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 Boom.
So somebody got fired up.
How hot is it in Britain? I actually don't know. I'm gonna have a look actually. I can't even type. Right now it is currently 13 degrees, which is actually quite warm today. It's pretty warm to get, 13 degrees Celsius, by the way. Not too bad. 30 degrees Celsius, feels like 12. Yeah. Not bad, actually. And to be honest, I am actually quite glad that I'm very happy that it's getting warmer, because, I work as a delivery driver on a moped, and I get faced with a lot of cold and a lot of rain and a lot of, harsh conditions and, no, but having nice weather is a good change. And I do have work later on. I think I'll have like an 8-hour shift, which is a good length actually. So yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be nice working in this weather.
In which I hope somebody got fired.
Also, should I? I actually like the way that she's.
In which I hope somebody got fired over.
Do I keep it like this? Because the thing is, though, I was originally thinking of like making an arc.
I hope somebody got fired over.
Like making her stretch a bit, but I think she's fine like this.
In which I hope somebody got fired. Got fired over. Which I hope somebody got fired.
But the thing is, though, I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna show you guys a Because here's the thing, this animation is different.
We need humans for these tests.
Oh my god, look at the POV.
It assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got.
Oh wait, wrong one. Where is it?
Ridiculous. I hope somebody got fired.
I'm looking through different. I've forgotten now. think it's this one.
We need fired over. Have
Okay, so I think I deleted it. But basically, like the fired over one, like the fired over line.
means that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over. Something
Ah.
about human. I know how humans make more humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human.
Yeah, no, this isn't the one. I think I've deleted it now, but like there was like a part where I made so on fired over. She's like because it was a disappoint. Like her voice is quite disappointed. I made it so that her body was a bit more like I'm just gonna pose it real quick. Like her body was a bit more like this, where she's looking down, proper disappointed. Let's just move that a bit. I apologise for that. This isn't the real animation, by the way. Like I said, this is a different project altogether. But initially, the pose was going to be like her looking down, like this. It's like, oh, I hope somebody got fired over. You know, her head like looking down in disappointment. The thing is, though, that's one of the many choices that you got to make in animation. Do you have like, I want to either express her like exaggerated disappointment in this project, like, you know, oh, I hope somebody got fired over this, it's ridiculous, or should I make it so that she's just saying it nonchalantly, like, you know, I don't care, I really do hope somebody got fired over, but I couldn't care less, you know, I'm a robot.
Somebody got fired over.
So like, you know, she's just thinking.
Assume
It's not something that she's expressing, but just something that she's thinking.
I'll just have to make some. I know how humans make more humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over.
Actually, even better idea. Because I think, you know what? With GLaDOS's personality in particular, I do feel it actually might be better to express that extreme disappointment. So in that case, what I'll do for these frames, I could actually use them for the already have a human part. By the way, I'm animating the camera.
Some humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes.
Yeah.
It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got. I hope somebody assumes that you already have a
Maybe if I delete these frames real quick.
human, which I hope somebody got. Frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I.
You know what? That's even better.
Frankly, it's ridiculous. It also.
Oh, actually, the spacing needs to be a bit.
Ridiculous.
What do you guys think?
It also is.
Also, these need to be stepped. All of these need to be stepped. Jesus Christ.
It also assumes that you already have a human.
That looks so much better, actually!
It also assumes that you.
Because, actually, if I time it that way,
Assumes that you already have a human, which
so that already have a human is expressed
assumes that
through that motion?
you already have a human, which I. It also assumes that you already have a human, which.
Low taper fade is still massive. What? Wait, what is a taper fade anyway? Hang on, I'm gonna have to... Low taper fade. Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, to be honest though, it was, I mean... it's been massive for a long time. Maybe not in like the same style, but like, you know, even like you know, even like the 1920s and stuff like that, you know, especially like, you know, gentlemen with their, you know, with their nice masculine haircuts, they're like, some of them still had take effect. Also, I recognize this song and I don't know if it's copyright free. Basically, I put on for background music, for context, I put in like background music, copyright free. However, I don't. Might be. Anyway, if I get a notification later saying, "Oh, we are unable to like monetize your stream because of copyrighted music," well, that's not my fault. That's false advertisement on this channel's end. I'm not going to mention it. You know, I'm not one to shame on the channels.
It also assumes that you already have it. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope.
So yeah, I could actually make that.
I hope
Somebody got fired over. So I could actually do that. It could work. I'm getting lost in the Also, why is the lighting on? I don't need that. There we go. Much better.
Assumes that you already have a human, which I.
So, in this case, I would like to.
Already have a human, which.
Can I just copy a keyframe from here? I'll copy this keyframe. Because look, it's in a similar way as what I wanted.
In which I hope somebody got fired over. So I came. So I came up.
Like that. Maybe.
We have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over.
What do you guys think? Like, basically, obviously, this is just a pose. Like, I am going to create, like, obviously, in-betweens. And in this case, I think, I can actually make it so that GLaDOS swings a bit to express that somebody got fired over. So there's going to be, like, maybe on somebody, there's like a sweeping motion on the chest, with the head kind of dragging back a little bit. And then, like, when it comes back, like, because I would like it to finish on this frame. So, like, the body's going to turn one way, and then it's going to swing, so some... And then I'm going to highlight the different action in another colour, let's say blue. Some body, but then the head will move a bit less, you know, as part of the inertia. Got fired over, and then it's going to be like a little left and right motion as she's like shaking her head in disappointment. So maybe that way could work. I think she could be more expressive by making her fall down. Yeah, I would say it looks like it could actually work better that way. So in this case, she's gonna, which I hope, in this case she's gonna like, I'm gonna do the in-between frame. It's not gonna be perfect, but you'll get the idea. So she like somebody, but then she's gonna go a bit further. I need to save this before I make any changes, because I'm gonna quickly save this to, you know, back up. But yeah, I'll make it this in between frame here.
Which I hope some.
But then she's gonna turn a bit here as well. Oh no, not that. But the body will drag a little bit. It's like that, maybe. This is bad.
Which I hope somebody got.
Okay. Basically, I've got it in my head. Okay, I have it in my head. You guys just gotta trust the process. Okay, it looks bad right now, but trust me, I've got like the way that I plan on doing it is that the body will swing a little bit, and the head will sway from side to side, and then that side to side that inertia movement will translate it will very easily translate into the head shake. That's like, I know it sounds weird, like out loud, but in my head, I you know what, guys, you're just gonna see. Okay, you're gonna see when you see the video. I mean, I need to drink this coffee because it is now cold as hell. Have you ever? Excuse me, I started like reading out the chat as I was like guzzling a mouthful of coffee. Have you ever played Half-Life? Yes, all of them except Alex. I do have Half-Life Alex, and I do have VR. It's just well, I don't know. I haven't had the. You know what? I do plan on playing it anytime soon. Actually, I will have to play that. The thing is, though, well, I don't have a lot of space in my room. Literally, I think I've got the smallest room in a house share, and because of that, like using VR isn't as easy as I would hope it would be, especially in like if I'm like, for example, obviously you're gonna be using weapons in Half-Life Alyx. I can barely like take 2 steps without bumping into the wall in this place. Like my bed and my desk takes up the majority of the space. So playing Half-Life Alyx might be an issue for me. I will still have a go at it though. I will still have a try because I have seen pretty good things about it. You know, like, but yeah, I have played all the Half-Lives, and although to be honest though, it has been so long since I played it. I think I played them in like 2016. That's when I last played them all. I went through like a whole Half-Life binge and then like never touched it again. So I do need to replay it. You know, like I do remember obviously it ended on a cliffhanger, and that's why we're all waiting for Half-Life 3. And the best we got is Half-Life Alyx, which is our equivalent of Half-Life 3, which we've all been anticipating for, and I still haven't played it, which is a bit bad. But yeah, would be cool if you recorded playing Half-Life Alyx. I might do actually. I mean, to be honest, I don't plan on like making this a gaming channel per se. However, I mean, at the same time though, Source Games and SFM, they go hand in hand at this point, so I might do. I might actually play, like, you know, do like a recording of Half-Life Alyx, or maybe even just stream it. Actually, I might actually do a stream of like playing it, but for the meantime, you know, it's for the future.
And human, which I hope some.
So one thing I want to do with this pose, I want to fix that pose real quick. So she's gonna rotate in this case. Otherwise, that arm is not gonna. It's not gonna look good. It's already looking a bit bad. You know, the mesh is stretching out like hell. It shouldn't be, and I've been pushing it to its limits already. Like I said though, bit lighting, especially when it's ported into S2FM, it'll look a lot better. But for the time being, you know, I don't want to push the rig any more than it should be, which is why. I mean, it will also look better as well. I'm gonna disable lighting.
It also assumes.
Are there any keyframes in which the... See, there we go. We got a keyframe in which the string is, well, that string in particular is facing this way. Question is, will it work? You know what? To save hassle, I'm just gonna I'm gonna copy all of this, and then
assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody.
Like that.
Human, which I hope somebody got.
And this is just, you know, I'm not copying this keyframe per se, but I am copying the way it actually. Does that work though? That doesn't look like it works. Maybe if I put an in-between frame. See what I mean? It's yeah. You can see that glide, that upwards gliding. I don't like that. Maybe I can change that actually. What bone is that? It looks like this one. Seems like it. What happens if I delete it? Oh, interesting. Huh. I actually have no clue. You know what, I'm gonna leave that out for now. I'm just gonna manually do it. I was trying to cheat a little bit by just copying and pasting a previous keyframe, but I don't think that'll work in this case because I think the rotation is a bit too strong. Also, I need to take off that overlay because I don't need it. So, heavy weapons go from Team Fortress 2. Finally, you're back. Yes. For now. Nah, I'm kidding. I do plan on making a lot more animations, especially because now I'm going to take advantage of the fact that Source Filmmaker is working properly. God damn it, I can't hear. Also, you'll have to excuse me while I, like, every 5 minutes I gotta reconstruct my headphones because they are falling apart. And it's not like I'm broke. Well, I am, you know. But the thing is, I've had these headphones for like, what, 7 years. And they cost a lot. You know, they still cost £150 to this day. But, I have no clue what you're referring to there, unfortunately. I'm not good with references. Hang on. Eye of Ra. See, I'm just going to Google everything that you guys are saying. So, symbolic entity representing some god Ra power, often depicted in symbols or the, like, wait. I'm guessing it's like, Egyptian, is it? It looks Egyptian. I don't know if it... Yeah, ancient Egyptian. Anyway, I'll say I don't know what that has to do with anything, but unless that's related to unless like that's a reference to Half-Life Alyx, in which I don't know about.
In which I hope some.
So in this case, I would like. Okay, let's have a look at like her state in general. So she is a bit twisted to the side here. Maybe if I move... I mean, that's moving along the global axis, which means it shouldn't be twisting. Then again, no, that actually doesn't help. If I make it so that it's actually, no, that's gonna mess up the whole thing. Never mind! I see. Like, you know, most of my ideas, they sometimes work and sometimes they don't. Okay, sometimes I'll think, oh, this might work, and then it actually doesn't. And, you know, what are your computer specs for SFM? Well, I forgot. I mean, I know, okay, this might seem overkill. I know I've got 64 gigs of RAM. You know, I've got 12, like, I've got 4 12 gig sticks in. So 64 gigs of RAM. So that's, you know, video memory isn't, you know, that's why, like, lighting wise, I'm not too fussed because my, you know, RAM, well, no, that's my GPU actually. No, forget that. But yeah, I can have like a lot of things stored in my RAM. Graphics card, I've got a GeForce GTX 1060. It is a bit dated. It is an old piece of software. And hardware, Jesus Christ. You can tell I'm not really a computer nerd. Anyway, yeah, that is one of the main pieces of hardware in which that's bottlenecking my entire thing, because I do have an i9 processor. Yep, yeah, an Intel Core i9, and 64 gigs of RAM. So my computer is looking pretty good spec wise. But yeah, my 1060. Ooh, I'm like eventually hoping to at least upgrade to at least a 20 series. It would be nice to have a GTX RTX capable graphics card, because that would make rendering animations, especially in Blender, a lot better. But yeah, those are my computer specs. So like, and also Source Filmmaker isn't really that intensive. You know, it's an old piece of software, and you know, it is quite efficient. So my computer is good at handling stuff, but obviously sometimes if certain scripts don't respond or certain rigs are a bit weird, it does crash. But yeah.
It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody
So with this one in particular, I'm hoping...
must
Oh wait, that can work! That works, that works, that works.
which I hope somebody Simon, which I hope somebody
Kinda. I need to fix the in-between frame here, but that actually works a lot better than I thought. Yes! So yeah, she's gonna like move here, and then the head's gonna follow along a little bit. Obviously the head's gonna go like, it's gonna drag along a bit.
Somebody got fire.
So yeah, there's gonna be like a swinging motion, like the head. Actually, I think that's what I should do first. I should just focus on the body rather than the follow through with the head, and then I should do the head afterwards. I gotta get my priorities straight. POV, when your SFM is broken, but you're just a chill guy. Yeah, pretty much. To be honest, I mean, that is one of the main reasons why like, I have considered like transferring over to Blender. The thing is though, like I said, there are resources, you know, especially like Portal resources. There are resources out there, and there are better rigs. But like I said, expensive, and also my GPU. Okay, I think that's the only issue, is that my graphics card isn't really best for handling Blender, especially because like I do like to render in cycles. Obviously cycles has gotten a lot more optimized and a lot more better. However, I don't want to take the risk, okay, especially if I'm like, you know, and also rendering like I do want to like upload more videos and animations, and you know, upgrading my GPU, which will mean faster render times, which means faster, you know, more frequent. Because like last time I made yeah, that animation that I showed you guys earlier, that the one with the rain model, the default Blender character model, that took about like 4 hours to render, and that was just, yeah, like a 5-second clip. And yeah, then again though, like I think my CPU was a bit bad at the time. But in any case,
which I hope somebody.
Okay, in this case though, I would like there to be like a hanging motion, so I'm thinking
somebody.
If the body could go down a bit here.
I hope somebody.
No, actually that doesn't work as well. Unless
which I hope some.
Actually, I think the head would be better like this.
I hope some. Somebody got fired. Somebody.
Oh no! Wait, I forgot. I already had that.
Must hope somebody.
If I select these two keyframes, rotational axis, and then move them down a bit. Oh no, my bad.
Which I hope somebody.
That's better.
I have a human, which I hope somebody.
Unless, I don't know, because here's the thing, I would like her to like, you know, like look down a bit, but I think that would be best for the M pose. Hmm. Alright, what I'll do then, I'll create the final pose of somebody, fired over, actually. I think that would be best.
So fired over.
I think that would be best, actually. Like I said, you know, I'm a bit late in realising the obvious at times.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, after this, obviously, I want to like, spline
I'll just
them.
have to make some.
Actually, I'm gonna see how it looks so far. If I spline these, what does it look like?
Just ruining sociopath. I'll just have to make some. I know how humans make more humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got.
I mean, it's looking okay. Like I said, there's a lot of work to be done, but that's what in-between frames are for. You know, like, and also, don't forget that we are, like each pose represents all of the bones in the body. You know, they're not moving separate at the minute. And that's where, like, the in-between stages will come in, where, like, I will separate the body movements and the body poses, so that way it feels more dynamic. But at the moment, you know, it is all a bit mushed together, you know. I found new channels from GLaDOS from discovering. I found your channel from GLaDOS Discovering Stan Twitter. I'm glad you're back though. Thank you. To be honest though, I mean that. Admittedly, that animation didn't take as long as I thought it would be. Mainly, like, Wheatley was like the biggest thing to animate, because that's the thing with GLaDOS. Like I said, it's easier to. With GLaDOS, it is kind of easier to animate. She is easier to animate than Wheatley, because the way I see it, like, the character design of GLaDOS is basically like it's a chain. Okay, we've got like the big part, the middle part, and then the little part. Okay, and it's easy to like it's easy to create expressions. But with Wheatley, on the other hand, by the way, I still got him in this session here. But thing is though, is like he requires a bit more personality. Also because like he's like I said in the previous live stream, he is a smaller, more lighter machine, which means he's able to move much more quickly and go into much more poses more rapidly. And also it's like, you know, with eyes and everything like that, GLaDOS doesn't really have any eyelids. Well, she does, but they are very limited. You know, I can't really, you know, I mean, I've disabled the bones for the time being, but you can move these up and down, like. But the thing is though, with Wheatley, because of like the way his eyelids are like laid out, I can actually like, you know, make them more like, you know, human. I can like, you know, twist them around. Hang on, let me see if I can find him real quick. Yeah. By the way, I don't know if Wheatley will actually be in this animation or not. But this is just for example, like, where is it? Where is it? Eye upper main. Yeah, so for example this, I can like, you know, move around the eyelids and stuff like that. He can be a bit curious here. Basically what I'm trying to say is, like, he has a lot more complexity in his expressions. And that could be a good thing, but also a bad thing. Because more complexity means more thinking. And I'm not good at thinking. At all. Also, I created a keyframe for Wheatley, although he shouldn't even have any. And I'm only keeping him in this project. Well, this project is like a template for me. You know, it saves me having to import all the character models and stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. But yeah, I digress.
I hope somebody got fired over.
So I'm gonna make the pose in which I want her to finally be in, like at the end of Fired Over. So like, the only way I can describe it is like if she's well, hanging down. I don't know why I was about to show you a video of like a cutscene in Portal, but there's no need because I think you all know what I'm on about. Where like she's basically like hanging here, like her body is just kind of like limp a little bit like this. I really should save before I make like temporary keyframes. So that's what I'm going to do. I've saved. So basically the way I want it to be is that she's like this. Essentially. Like, oh, you know, like just disappointed. Her head's like just, she's dangling, not like, you know, not like limp per se, but she's just like very expressive in her disappointment.
Somebody got fucked. I hope somebody got.
Also, I don't know what happened to the head here. By the way, I do apologise because that's the thing. Sometimes I over-explain the process way too much and not carry out the process. That is one flaw I need to fix. So, I'm going to set her straight here. Am I on global axis? It would help if I was. And then her body is going to be like this. It would also help if I was on a global axis here. And then her head. Then again though, hang on a second. I need to check something real quick. Right, I am going to have to move the camera a bit though. Because that's the, I am trying to keep her within the composition. Actually, you know, oh yeah, hang on. Yeah. See that? Sorry, I'm looking at the other screen for reference because I've got another screen in which I can see the animation in full screen. You guys can't see that, but I can. But no, it is separate. But basically, I use this guide, this overlay as a guideline as to like, you know, where the character, like basically the shot composition. In this case, GLaDOS is a bit like, she is pushing over the boundary a bit. So I'm thinking I should just make the camera follow her a bit. Greetings friend, I hope you have a nice stream. I'm just here to remind you to hydrate and fix your posture if you haven't already. A healthy streamer is a healthy streamer after all. You know what? You're right. Thanks for reminding me, and thank you for your thanks for your reminder. I mean, I do have coffee. I don't know if that counts as hydration, but it has water in it, it has caffeine, so oh, excuse me, half that coffee's just come back. No, I'm kidding. Also, welcome back, thank you very much. I have I have missed animating, you know, I've missed not having the trouble of like, you know, having the software crash and everything like that, because like I did have a few issues with the keyframes, but like next up the problem was that like I couldn't even load any maps, and I actually still have no clue why. Thing is though, I did look online, and it did say something about like Source Filmmaker not being able to load compressed maps. There has been like a Team Fortress 2 update in which like they compress maps for a workshop or something like that, but Source Filmmaker can't support that. And right now I am using a heart. None of the games above actually, and I am using a Team Fortress 2 map called Black Void. And I think that was one of the issues as well, is that it was automatically compressed. And basically I used a software to uncompress it, and it seems to have worked, but randomly it would still not work. But I don't know what happened, but now it seems everything's fine. It doesn't count, but who am I to judge? I say as I drink a big bottle of Sprite. Hey, I mean, I don't judge. As long as that, I mean, as long as the Sprite is sugar free. Then again though, Sprite does, well, it does contain more electrolytes than coffee. So that's the thing. Yeah, to be honest though, caffeine I really should cut down on, I swear to God. I shit you know, it's like one of my, I think like 80% of my blood, like my blood volume or something like that is coffee, because we get free coffee at work. And yeah. Do you know a game called Ultra Kill? I have heard of it. I'm gonna Google it right now actually. Ultra Kill. No, but that looks gorgeous. Okay, hang on. Yeah, no, okay. I am looking at the right game. That looks amazing. Actually, I do like the. Oh, I like the art. I do like the art. Bro operates on coffee in a similar way that Demoman operated on alcohol. Oh, damn. I mean, yeah. I mean, to be honest, now I'm not much of a drinker. That's the thing though. I think the only drink I really like is like, well, I don't know if you guys are gonna judge me massively for this. Red wine. I even have like well, I've even got like a half-empty bottle like down beside me actually that I still need to finish. But that's the thing though. It's been here for like a couple of weeks, and like, don't get me wrong, like it is closed. Like, you know, it's been like the cap is closed. It's not like open or anything like that. It's not like it's been exposed to like my room for like weeks on end, but it's still drinkable, isn't it? Like I said, you know, I do occasionally buy myself the occasional wine, but no, I don't drink a lot. Like, I can even hardly finish like half a bottle, because yeah.
It's ridiculous. It also assumes.
So with this, I am gonna have to make the camera follow me a little bit here, because I'm not sure. Am I being too fussy here? Because the thing is though, like, also maybe for like more of a cinematic effect, add like, you know, the what do you call it? The cinematic bars. Where like you got black bars like on the bottom and the top, you know, to make the screen thinner. Yeah, the aspect ratio thing. Thing is though, like, this shot is fine. I think I am being a bit too obsessed. No, not obsessed. Fussy. Like I said, I can just, you know, I can rework the camera afterwards. Oh, fancy! I don't drink alcohol. It's sort of a promise to nobody but myself not to do it. No, I truly respect that. You know what? Same here. Because like, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but like, I did have a problem with alcohol like several years ago when I was going through university, mainly because of stress. Not gonna lie, I because that's the thing. Like, I was working as well as going to university, and that kind of like mixture didn't really gel well. So I did start to abuse alcohol a little bit, never going back there again. And thankfully I've not like had any moments since. So like the occasional wine, it's cheap and it's not as strong. So you know what? Yeah, I am happy that, yeah, I'm going too deep in it. Alcohol is haram, so I can't drink it. Oh, Fez. I have no clue. But no, the thing is though, wine itself is pretty cheap. Like, you know, you can go to like a corner shop or like, you know, Tesco or something like that, like get a bottle for like £5. And that lasts you the night. And that's what I don't get. Like, you know, people spend like hundreds of pounds, like, you know, they spend like God knows how much on, like, you know, getting wasted on nights out on overpriced like nightclubs and stuff like that. And it's noisy and it's messy and it's dirty and it's expensive. I'm like, dude, just get just £5, chill night in, listen to music, play video games, watch porn. I don't know. It's better. I don't know. For me, I do like my spirits though. I do like I think the only spirits I do like is either rum or whiskey. In small doses, obviously. I'm not really a massive drinker of that, but if I do like the occasional bit of that. Anyway, I need to check the time because I do need to set an alarm because at some point this afternoon I do need to get ready for work. So, 1 minute as I walk away. If I remember where I put my phone. I do not remember where I put my phone. Right. Oh wait, I dropped it on the floor. It is underneath my feet. Yeah. I got a missed call from somebody. Are they in my contacts? I do not know. Oh, hang on a second. It's because I got my phone locked. Who is this? I do apologise for a moment. I am getting a bit distracted, but it's because I missed a phone call. Oh well. I haven't got him in my contacts, so I am going to do that afterwards. Yes, I digress. I need to set an alarm. It is currently 2 o'clock. I start work at... Hang on. Hand sanitizer all the way. Peanut butter the long way. Oh. Nah, mate. GLaDOS's air vents all the way, guys. You guys are thinking the wrong way. The GLaDOS Sea. I don't know, man. For fuck's sake, my headphones are falling apart. You know what? I think that's one thing I am going to have to buy before next week. New headphones. They are expensive. They are 150 quid, but I am thinking if I actually just invest in some cheap ones for the time being, I think my budget will be like £50 for a new pair of headphones. They'll not be as good as these ones, but at this moment, I don't really need them. Because like these headphones in particular, they are Behringer DT990 Pro. Basically, they are basically music headphones, like, you know, mixing, mastering headphones. Because obviously I'm a musician as well, but I haven't really done that in a while either. So in the meantime, I'm thinking, you know, I don't really need these kind of like, you know, these high quality headphones that much. So I will settle for cheaper ones for animating when I have it. So yeah. I digress. Sorry. Like I said, I go on a tangent, so yeah, do excuse me. I have drank one shot in my life. It was when I was a kid on birthday and thought it was iced tea. Since the promise was done when I was young, that disgusting drink just solidified the vow. Nah, I get you there, to be honest. I mean, to be honest, I think the only alcohol I was allowed, like when I was little, was, well, on Christmas time, like it was basically like a family tradition. Like everybody would like have well, we'd share a bottle of Baileys, and me and my brother would have like a tiny amount with ice, even then, so that the ice would, like, you know, water it down a bit more. But yeah, that, to be honest though, that's not really as bad, especially because like it's a very thick, creamy liqueur. So it wasn't like hard stuff. It was just like a little harmless. But to be honest though, yeah, I'm not much of a drinker either way. For fuck's sake. I mean, that's the thing, right? There's nothing wrong with my headphones. Like they work fine, but the headrest itself is completely gone, and the wires, like I would just replace the headrest, and I could do that, but the issue is that also the wires are a bit more, well, they are a bit stripped over years of wear and tear. So I'm thinking, you know, if I am going to get a new headrest for my headphones, I might as well just invest in new headphones altogether. Do you like Mentos? Oh, I like Mentos, man. Haven't had them in a while. Though, to be honest, I don't really eat a lot of sweets, not gonna lie. I don't know why, it's just something that doesn't I mean, for me, like, my teeth, I do like to take care of them, like, you know, and they're not really, I'm not saying my teeth are perfect, like, you know, they're not, but I think, like, as a kid, like, you go through a phase where it's like you eat a lot of sugar and, like, candy and sweets and all that, but then after a while, I don't know, yeah, sorry. You see what I mean? You guys ask me one question and that's it. I go on like a bloody life lore story. Anyways, who here has eaten it? Oh, there is one M&M in particular I would definitely eat. If you know, you know. Come on, guys. If you know, you know. Anyways.
We have in which I hope somebody got fired over.
So, okay, my main issue is that right now, I'm thinking if I create an in-between frame here, actually I'll mark all of these, in between. That way I can like get a good reference point as to whereabouts the body is heading, like which parts are moving. Because in this case, I want different parts to move here. Because obviously I don't want the body to move with the chest to move with the body. I want the body to drag. I want the chest to drag behind the body a little bit, creating like a swinging motion. Because like there's when she moves, like I hope somebody, like it's a bit of a more that like somebody got fired over. Like it's like
which I hope somebody got
like no, after that after the emphasis of somebody got fired over, that some is like is stressed, but that body is fired over is more relaxed, and because of that I want that stress to be expressed in one frame, and then as it smooths out, like I'm very bad at explaining it, but yeah. But yeah, that stress on that somebody is then obviously tailed away by like a more relaxed, you know, got fired over. That it's less stressed, it's more relaxed, and therefore like there's going to be less tension in the animation itself. Like there's going to be less tension in the body, which means she's going to be less rigid, meaning she'll be swinging with the parts separately. I really, really hope that makes sense. I'm so sorry if it's not, but come on. So, is GLaDOS petable? Maybe. I mean... maybe type... What? What is going on with this chat, guys? Space! I mean, I have space. Space. Dad, are you space? Yes, son. I'm proud of you, son. Dad, I'm in space. I love the Space Core. I want to animate him as well with Wheatley. One of my... Okay, guys, I got a question for you. Like, because obviously there's like multiple cores. I don't know if you've guys seen it. Obviously, Meet the Cores by Harry Callaghan. One of my biggest inspirations. You can definitely tell like he's one of my biggest inspirations. But if you know, like, if you are familiar with the different cores, which core is your favorite? Because we've got the adventure core, we've got the facts core, space core, the cooking core. You know, from the first Portal game, it's like the ingredient, like on how to bake a cake and whatnot. Which one's your favourite? Can you see Wheatley? I mean, you can if you want, but he's not really doing anything. He's just sat here being useless, as always, being a useless little moron. And then that's when he's like, "The fuck did you just call me? I'm not a moron!" Hang on. Hang on, I need to... Hey! Oh, wait. How? What? I am not a moron! I don't know. No. To be honest, that is something I do love though. Like, one person has mentioned it in one of the comments of the video, is that the Portal community is still alive, and I am loving it. Literally, I'm really liking the fact that, you know, like, even God knows how many years into the future, we're still like, you know, it's still fresh in, you know, fresh in our brains. I don't know. Fresh in our hearts, even. So much space. Gotta see it all. Space. Gotta go space. The bean counters told me we literally could not afford to buy. Mate, I love Cave Johnson. Other than space, fact core definitely. Evil core. Yes, the evil core. I forgot about that. Mate, I think, you know what, he would be so fun to animate. Because I think, well, to be honest, I think it'd be very easy to animate, because it's literally, all I need to do is just add a few random movements and then like amplify it with some like noise, because, what do you call it, like a wiggle, I don't know how to describe it. So in Source Filmmaker, I'm just going to quickly demonstrate this real quick for like what I would do. If I were to animate the evil like the corrupt core or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what noise that was, but I'm trying to make an impression of like that cause just to get an idea. But the one that's like proper evil and rabid and whatnot is just like a wild animal. Basically, if I were to animate him, I would do like random movements, but then go into filters and jitter samples, and then just boom.
Sociopath. I'll just have to.
And well, obviously not this extreme, but I would do it like that. Wheatley is my favourite, or glitchy. Also, Baking Core is Wheatley. I mean, to be honest, yeah. Almost 18 years after Portal 1 came out. Yeah, 18 years. It's bloody hell, which means Portal is old enough to, you know, to vote, basically. Yeah, Portal is old enough to vote. That's definitely what I intended to say. Yeah, the anger core, that's what I was on about. The rapids, oh, mate. See, this, okay, but that's the thing though, like, this is one of the things I do miss about animating, is that, you know, like, you can come up with so many, like, like, you could just think of a character, and you can already think of, like, how they'll behave, and, like, how they'll move, and, like, it's so cool. The thing is, though, I do apologise to all Wheatley lovers here, but I do want to make it a running gag, like, a running gag where Wheatley is gonna be, well, killed. Or at least damaged, or like something or the other. You know, like, you know, Brit detected, opinion rejected, yeah, he gets grabbed and pulled into the abyss by like a mechanical arm, and then like obviously in GLaDOS discovers Stan Twitter, he gets like knocked over by the same mechanical arm. I do want to make it like a theme where he's just like, well, he is a moron, so we're just gonna treat him like one. But sometimes I do like, I do want to, like, you know, I do love animating him as well. But yeah,
He also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over.
So, Jimmy Gibbs Jr. is the man. I mean, I don't know anybody like that, but man, there was this guy I knew. He was a... What? I think that might be a Portal reference, but like I said, it's been too long since I've played it. Not stock cars, but open wheel cars. He was racing once. I'm sorry, my brain breaks from time to time. Oh, mate, I'm gonna kill him 1,000 times! No, I'm kidding. No, but basically, he's gonna be like the comedic punch bag for this channel. And I think it'll work well. You know, like, I don't know. I like the dynamic that I want between GLaDOS and Wheatley is because this is like, obviously this is set like the animations are going to be set like after the events of Portal 2, but it's going to be like way ahead in future where like Wheatley actually gets like brought back to the facility and he's punished, but then like he's finished his punishment and now he's actually like him and GLaDOS are like more like pals. But there's still this power dynamic, you know, she's still in charge of the facility and she's still like, you know, having to deal with all the shenanigans, but obviously Chell's gone. I mean, that's the thing that I mean, there are a couple of animations I do have Chell in, and I think that's just going to take place like, those are going to like be based on like the events in the game. But for the time being, like most of these animations I want like set in like a future where like, you know, they're talking about like in GLaDOS Discovers Stan Twitter, like, you know, all the modern stuff like wasn't really originally in Portal. It's just like basically internet memes but Portal style. Now it's the Left 4 Dead 2 Ellis voice line. Oh wait, yeah, mate, I know now. No, yeah. Ellis from Left 4 Dead 2. No, oh, I know now. I can hear it in his voice now. Jimmy Humes Jr. is a man. I mean, yeah, I know. He was obsessed. Oh wait, I love him. I'm sorry, I forgot. I had forgot about him. Awesome character, love him. Although to be honest, I'm gonna straight up admit this right now. Okay, when Left 4 Dead 1 came out, Zoe. Come on. I would. Come on. Who wouldn't? Zoe from Left 4 Dead 1. Come on. Hear me out. Hear me out. Come on. I'll say you guys are like hearing me outing about GLaDOS. Come on. I'm hearing me outing about an actual human, for fuck's sake. Imagine if you animate something that isn't Portal in the future, but Wheatley still gets beat up. Sorry, I'm making... I hope I don't bust your eardrums with all the clapping and the banging I'm making, but come on! Yes, that's a good idea, actually. If I could have like an Easter egg where like Wheatley still gets like, you know, it's transported and stuff. GLaDOS is better than Zoe. You know what? Personality-wise, yeah. You know what? I do prefer GLaDOS over Zoe. Although Zoe looks like she's gorgeous. However, GLaDOS, you know what? Zoe, but with GLaDOS's personality. Boom. I'm a genius. You know? Man, that would be fucking amazing. Make them watch Gravity Falls. You know what? I haven't watched Gravity Falls. I have seen, and I have like heard really good things about it. See, that's the thing that I haven't watched in, like, by the way, I do apologise, I'm not animating as much, but I do love chatting with you guys. No, Gravity Falls, that's one TV series I really want to watch. Also, there's also, like, a recent video that came out, and it's basically, obviously you guys know about Hazbin Hotel, I really want to watch it. You know, it's also, like, it's a 2D animated series, just like Gravity Falls, but, no, recently there was this video, I think like it's well, I think you guys must have seen it by now, but it's like a guy that goes by the name of Trixel. He did like a 3D reanimation of like one of the musical numbers, like of one of the musicals in the show, and it looks so amazing. And that's also what inspired me to get back into animating. But that's beside the point. The point I'm trying to make is that I have heard so many good things about it, and I would want to actually watch both of those, both Gravity Falls and Has Been Hotel. Yes, Stayed Gone, the 3D reanimation of Stayed Gone. Honestly, I think I think that's one of the main things that's like kind of, you know, reignited my passion in animation. Because not gonna lie, you know, you guys seen that video that I posted a few months ago. You know, I haven't really been motivated to like, you know, do animation because a lot of problems came up. SFM was being an absolute bitch, and I'm thinking, you know what, just but now I'm thinking, you know what, get SFM sorted, which I did, and like that music video, honest to God, Trixel is an absolute genius, man. Love it. Do you have a Wheatley plush? I do. I don't actually. Oh mate, I wish I did. I wish I did. Do you know a certain individual called Minos Prime? No, I do not. Minos Prime. Minos Prime is a pale, bluish-white, translucent humanoid figure with a visible circulatory system and a heart. Oh my god, he looks gorgeous! Oh, from Ultra Kill. To be honest, it's giving me Spot vibes from the Spider-Verse. It is giving me, obviously, the Spot vibes from like Into the Spider-Verse, but that's, I mean, to be honest though, other than that, I love that character design. Absolutely gorgeous. Damn, look at that! Okay, that is cool. That is really cool. Oh, you can get a Wheatley off Glitch Gear. Wait, can you? I mean, I'll have to have a look. Wait, Glitch Gear Wheatley Blender. Oh no, not Blender. Oh, I thought you meant like as a downloadable model file for Blender. Mate, hang on, a Wheatley plush. Mate, only 50 quid. You know what? I am bookmarking that. To be honest, I'm not really a plushy buyer, but I would like to like decorate my room a little bit more. It is small, but it is a bit bare bones. Like, I've got I do have an alien plushie that I bought. Well, I originally bought him to be a passenger princess in my car, but it's broke down at the minute. And until otherwise, he is staying with me. And get me and get this right, because obviously he's an alien, and he's a Martian basically. So I basically called him. I named him Marshall. Marshall the Martian, and I think it suits really well. It's nice, cute, green lime little plushie I like. But yeah. Did you know that there was a bear within Canada that recently discovered to have a birth defect that gave them 2 hearts? Because I didn't, since it isn't true. Oh. Well, you got me in the first half. I was getting excited, like, wait, 2 hearts? What is this, Doctor Who? Mate, okay, if that bear was true though, well, like, would he be able to like regenerate into like a different bear? See, those are the kinds of questions that keep me up at night. Got him! You did indeed. You did get me.
It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired. And have a human, which I hope human. And which I have a human, which I hope human, which I hope somebody got fired. And it also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired.
Okay, there should be a head dragging motion actually right here.
So assumes that you already have a human, which I
Yeah, that head right here.
already have a human.
Yeah. I think if I quickly, real quickly, where is her head? There it is. Boom.
Which I hope, which I, which I hope so.
Two hearts would mean an extra heart to pump blood. If one heart is damaged, the other can continue to pump blood with few issues. Multiple hearts would hurt, but also have some benefits. It would. I mean, to be honest, it would actually. I'm not really a biology expert, so I don't really know the pros and cons of it. But to be honest, like, I mean, obviously, I think from what I can tell, well, from what I remember, I don't know if it's true or not, but obviously I think cows have like 3 or 4 stomachs. That, like, obviously they have like different jobs, like they digest certain nutrients differently. I don't know if that's even true, but yeah, there are like animals with like multiple different, like more than one of the same organ. Like us humans, for example, we don't have just one kidney, we have 2. No, I'm kidding. I think every mammal has 2 kidneys, not gonna lie. But I digress. Having 2 hearts could also lead to an investigation. I feel like I feel like there's a reference in there, or a joke. I'm missing something. I'm sorry. I'm autistic. I take things too literally. I do not know. Have you ever read Blue Sky, a Portal fanfiction? I have not. Hang on. That name does sound familiar though. Okay, yeah, I have not, but I have seen it like in a few forums actually. Or maybe it's a sign you're playing Undertale multiplayer. Okay, now you guys are losing me. I'm not gonna lie, because I am a workaholic, I live under a rock in terms of all these references. So, what's going on? I just got here. Mate, I don't even know. I don't even work here, man. I don't even work here. Hope you're doing okay, Teardrop. Nice to see you.
Assumes that you already have a human, which I hope
Okay, that's...
human, which I hope.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if I should make like a head-on in between here.
I have a human, which.
Then again, no, I don't think it's necessary.
I hope somebody. He got fired over. He got fired. Got fired over. Somebody got fired over. A human, which I hope somebody got fired. Somebody got fired.
Like that. But then obviously I don't want it to, regarding the animation though, I don't want it to like go straight back into like this pose. I would like it to like somebody to get fired over. It's like a swift motion. Like, I'll delete that because I want it so that hang on, where does it start? So her head's here. I'm gonna start out like starting point. So like there. Oh no, I'm stuck in that mode. That's too big. Oopsie. And then pencil in again. Actually, I need to color code these. God damn it. No, I'm ruining the project. Crap.
I hope somebody got a human, which I hope somebody got fired.
You know what, I'm not. That's fine. Sorry, like I have to switch in between the two programs here. So yeah, that, and then that, and then that. So I want there to be a curve, like, I don't know how to describe it. Actually, I don't know why I've got these points. I can just do it without the points. But there's going to be like a somebody got fired over. So there's going to be, her face is going to be here, then it's going to be here, and then like before she goes into this pose, it's going to have like a slight recoil, like that. Also, I need to keep up on chat. It's a good fan fiction, based off Portal and a song. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't played Team Fortress 2, actually. I've tried, and then I quickly realised I'm bad at it. I also tried playing Dota, realised I'm bad at it. Tried playing League, I realised I'm bad at it. I'm not really good with like a lot of role-based games. Like, you know, support, like, you know, you got the main, you got support, scout, whatnot. I'm not really good with that because too much thinking involved. And like I said, I don't know. Been meaning to play the other Valve games. I've beaten Portal and Portal. Portal 2, yeah. I mean, I've played, like I said, I haven't played a lot of Left 4 Dead. CSGO I don't really play. Like I said, I've already played all the Half-Lives except Alex. What else is there? Yeah, I don't know. Peanut butter the long way. The long way. Peanut butter the long way. Mate, I love that. Potato GLaDOS is peak fiction. Not gonna lie, I love Potato GLaDOS. Potatoes. It's just... Also, do you guys like Portal 1 or Portal 2? Okay, the thing is, I do like Portal 1 for the test chambers, okay? Like, I do like the chambers in Portal 1, but in Portal 2, obviously the story is more like, you know, it's more fleshed out. I do like also the characters in Portal 2, you know, especially GLaDOS, you know, like, yeah, I do prefer Portal 2. What do you mean Portal? There's no Portal 3. Did you not know? Guys, Teardrop hasn't played Portal 3. You're missing out. Stop denying that 3 exists, okay? If you're a Valve member, right? Okay, 3 exists. There's a Portal 3, it exists. No. No, I've played Portal 3. It's a bit, I mean, it's 18 plus. Obviously, it's 18 plus for a reason. You know, we see some of GLaDOS's thick side, but you know. No, God, Teardrop, don't worry. I'm kidding. We're kidding. I mean, there are mods though. Portal Stories Mel. There's also the one where it's like the time portal. I've forgotten which mod it's called, but basically, like, there is a portal. Like, obviously, you got the Portal 1, the portal gun that shoots like portals in space, but there's also like a third temporal portal where like you travel back in time to a certain thing that like in all the I don't know if like I've forgotten the hang on, let me find it. Portal mod time travel. Yeah, Portal Reloaded. That's what it's called. Yeah. But yeah, or is it Portal Revolution? No, yeah, it is Portal Reloaded. But yeah, there's like an you can go back in time. I haven't played it. I don't know. Oh wait, is it free or is it like, do I have to pay? Because I'd play the living hell out of that. Not gonna lie. Because obviously, because in this case, like, you know, you're taking into consideration like how certain things in the past affect certain things in the present. So if you do something in the in like the chambers in the past, and it affects the present also as well, and I love it. I've seen snippets. I haven't played it, but yeah. So I put a sticker on my Wheatley plush and it says sarcasm is my love language, and it's so accurate for, I mean, to be honest, it is. I mean, he loves Wheatley. What can he say? I mean, just like the Space Corps.
Somebody got fired over.
Right, so hang on, what am I doing? So, this is what we have so far. I'm going to get rid of this. This is what we have so far.
We need humans for these tests. And since the only human within 1,000 miles of us is a test-ruining sociopath, I'll just have to make some. I know how humans make more humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over.
So yeah, that swing emotion that somebody got fired over. Yeah. You guys, I mean, like I said, I've been trying to explain it. I've been trying to like get the words out my head, like the scene out my head into words to explain to you guys. But yeah.
Which I hope somebody got fired. Just.
Also, everyone must like the video and subscribe. Yes, absolutely. If not, then no more Portal 5. No more Portal 5. Portal 5 is cancelled if you don't like and subscribe. So yeah. Can you animate Wheat Nest? I mean, oh, Wheatley Next. I mean, that's the thing. He's not really. He hasn't got any part in this animation, so I'm not going to animate him in this one. I don't know if there's that. I mean, there is. Oh yeah, the animation that I've been working on the last time. I'm actually going to quickly zip out of this. I'm not gonna. What about wet lie? It's a wheat field. A wet field. What fall? I don't. I know. Oh fuck! I'm laughing now. My headphones falling apart. Fuck off. This is all your fault. You guys are breaking my headphones, and it's all your fault. No, but no, I digress. There is a project in which I am. Well, I did animate in a previous live stream, but that was when I was having a lot of issues with SFM. Is potatoes yeetable? Greenheart. I don't want to spoil too much, but that. I'm sorry, not gonna lie, you have predicted a certain animation idea. I am gonna confirm this right now. Potatoes will be yeeted at some point in a video. I am not gonna lie, I shit you not. She is gonna get belted in like across. I shit, no, seriously. I mean, I have the actual, You know what? I'm thinking, fuck it. I'm finding it. No, what? I'm gonna open up real quick. Like, I'm gonna quickly open up the sound project for it, because I swear, like, hang on, if I can find. By the way, yeah, sorry, this is a weird transition. I'm gonna quickly find the project file for this, because it is like. Oh, please tell me if I can actually find it. You know, I'm gonna have to open up for that real quick. Sorry about this. I'm I will found. I'm gonna. Okay, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the sound project. That I've already like done everything for the sound project and everything like that. All you guys need to do is use your imagination. Okay. While I try, I'm gonna find it. I am gonna try to find it. It's. Oh wait, I think I know where it is. Hang on. This PC, production drive, Steam library, apps, common. Source filmmaker, game, user mod, sound. Yes! I have it, I have it. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the music. I don't even need to open the program, I actually got it exported. So, here is. So you guys need to use your imagination for this. If it works. Hang on.
Go on, get a big fat eyeful with your big fat eyes. That's right, a potato just called your eyes fat. Now your fat eyes have seen everything. I was getting so lonely down here. It's good to finally hear someone else's voice. I'm kidding, of course. God, I hate you. I was so bored I actually read the entire literary canon of the human race. Oh, I hope you didn't write any of them. What are you doing? Uh-oh. No. No, stop! No!
And yeah. Basically, it's when they get punched down into the bottom of the pit, and obviously when Wheatley punches them down into the pit, obviously Chell has to find her, picks her up, and she's like, oh, she's still continuing to insult her, but like she's a potato. So you know what? She's chatting shit, and like halfway through, Chell's just thinking, you know what? I've had enough of this. So she places the potato on the ground, and she just like walks away. Right, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Where are you going? And then like the shot will like be like it'll zoom in on like this massive void, like a pit, like down below of underneath Aperture Science. So it's just a massive chasm, and that and it's like, you know, that looming like from the chasm, and then she realizes that nah, she is getting kicked into it. And so like, you know, Chell just starts running up and like, no, and then just fucking boots her right into the That's basically the plan. And but yeah, that's the sound design stage done. Like I said, I've only animated like the first couple of like shots. Well, I haven't even fully animated them. It's all like key posed. But yeah, it's gonna be one of those. Man, bloody hell! All the chat's going crazy. Stop simply. Sorry, I don't want to like ignore everybody. Honestly, literally, like if you use your imagination, it's gonna work out really well. Can we see it? I mean, sure. Actually, hang on. If I can find it. I don't think I have. Hang on. Yeah. I hope I've saved it. Fuck's sake, my headphones! I haven't even animated the I haven't animated the pick up anything yet, but yeah. I'll say this is, like I said, they're just a test. Oh,
Go
okay.
on.
Okay, so originally she's supposed to be holding Potatoes, but I don't think Potatoes is even here. Basically, just imagine Potatoes like GLaDOS is in her hand.
Big fat.
And that's the only bit of like thing I've got. But yeah, GLaDOS will be in potato form on that table. He's gonna spot her, he's gonna pick her up, and then that's gonna happen. But yeah, that's the only thing I've got regarding that. But yeah, I am really looking forward to animating it. In the meantime,
Is a test ruin.
try to connect GLaDOS to Donald Trump. What do you mean by that? Oh, by the way, like, well, what, like, as in have like take something that Donald Trump has said and like make it like voiced by GLaDOS or something like that, or like vice versa. Like, sorry, excuse me. In the meantime, I am going to put some music back on. H1T1 is. I don't think I. Hang on a minute. No, I don't actually. I don't know who he is. No, we nominate GLaDOS. Yes, absolutely. Nominate her for president. Oh! Oh shit! I know. Okay, I know exactly what you're on about now. I know exactly what you're on about. Like, as in, like. No. Yeah, I do know what you mean. It's like because GLaDOS spoke with Chell, and then Chell is like. She like spoke to somebody in the outside world before she was kidnapped and put into Aperture, and then like that person that Chell interacted with like shook hands with I know exactly what you mean now. Yeah, mate, to be honest, that'd be cool. Not just like a video idea. No, like not just hang on, why is the stream a bit behind? No, not like I don't want to do it in the format that he did it, as in like he touched he shook his hand. I don't want to make a commentary on it. I actually want to animate it like a montage of like I do want to make a montage of it, like fully animated. Guys, you guys are giving me too many ideas. I don't even know when this video is even gonna be coming out. Like, I've got to take some notes. GLaDOS spreads, I'd pay. No. I mean, what is there to spread, first of all? Actually, you know what? Actually, hang on a second, because if she has events, then maybe she... Are these events? If GLaDOS had... this thing, man. That's it. There's the GLaDOS C. Right. Oh, I hate myself. I mean... No, that's a chest plate. I don't know. I'm digressing. Guys, you guys are a bad influence of me. I'll definitely give you credit for the idea, Teardrop. Don't you worry. Oh, sad to see you go, Weekly Lover, but it was nice having you. Thanks for sticking with us. Hope you have a great day.
So
I'm just thinking like what like her reaction to it is like, I'm not just some object. You know what? Oh wait, hang on a sec. Am I? Because she's a robot. Get out! Why are we simping over her? Wheatley is better. Oh, well, you see, I mean, Wheatley is a great character. I do love him. Not gonna lie. I'm sorry, who voiced him? Stephen Merchant, obviously. I don't know why I forgot. I don't know how I forgot. Stephen Merchant, absolute. I love him to bits, man. What a guy. What an absolute bloke. Also, this isn't the copyright-free music that I... Oh. Hang on a second while I search for more copyright-free music, because for some reason this playlist has run out of bloody thing. Give me a second. Chill. There we go, much better. Anyway. Still alive! Oh! See, that's the thing though. I would do like music videos. The thing is though, obviously Harry 101 in UK has already done like Still Alive. To be honest, I'd happily do my own rendition of it. But obviously it's not going to be like an original video idea. I literally started watching Stephen Merchant movies he's cast in specifically because of Wheatley. Bro, it's literally just him in his natural form and his dialogue is so natural and awkward. I love him to bits, man. Honestly, I just can't picture him otherwise. Absolutely. I mean, I haven't really watched any of his movies, but like, I do need to. I really do need to, man. There's a lot of stuff I need to watch. Like I said, I live under a rock. Hang on a sec. Oh yeah, I have forgotten that I do need to set an alarm for myself because I start work in a couple of hours. So I am going to set my alarm for, let's say, 4 o'clock. So we just have we have an hour and 10 minutes left of streaming. And then I shall be heading off to work. And hopefully in that time, obviously, well, I don't want to make too much, well, I'm not complaining. I do love chatting with you guys. I would like to make at least a bit more progress by then.
it
So,
also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired.
do once you gone from... Oh, now that'll be a sick video, actually. Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. I don't know how it... I forgot how it went. Goodbye, my only friend. Oh, did you think I meant you? I meant Still Alive as background. Oh! I mean, that is copyrighted, isn't it? I want to see Yeetos by next week. Don't disappoint. Oh. Spoiler alert, you're going to be disappointed. I've actually got 2 animations in the works before I think about doing that one. And that is including this one. And here's the thing though, if I want to go forward with this channel and actually be more active, I am gonna have to sort out my time management and like get projects done within certain time frames. I do plan on finishing this animation by... See, I don't want to make any promises I can't keep, but at the same time, I do need to have some self-discipline. So, let's say... April. April Fools. I shit you not, April Fools. And it's not even going to be an April Fool's joke either, it's going to be an actual upload. Come on. Shall we make it? Fuck it, I'm going to write it down. Where's a... I need a pen and paper for this. Paper is quite scarce, so I am looking well and hard. Okay, I got paper, but pen. I do have a pen. In a bag. Something. Right, pen and paper. And it's a blank sheet of A4, so it's big. And I'm going to write in big capital letters. April. I spelled A-R. A-roll. A-roll. I wish you guys could see, but I don't have a webcam. So, April 1st. Making humans animation done. Making humans. Because this is... Sorry, by the way, I know that I'm not facing the microphone, which is why you can't really hear me that well. But this project obviously is... Well, this dialogue is about, well, GLaDOS needs humans for a certain test. And, well, the last human that she encountered, well, basically destroyed, you know, she tried to kill her. So, yeah. Animation is hard. Don't overwork yourself. I'll try not... Here's the thing, though. I will admit I have been lazy in... Well, mainly because obviously that lack of motivation. However, this is a good kick up the arse because I do enjoy animating. I do enjoy making music. The thing is though, like I explained in the video, life gets in the way and sometimes I do need that bit of push. So having you guys here to motivate me, to cheer me on, to, you know, let's get it going, let's lock in. I'm thinking, you know what, that's a great motivation. Oh yeah, nobody's gonna miss me. Mate, I'm gonna miss you so much, Teardrop. You know, literally, I'm already getting tears in my eyes. Pun intended. See you later, see you later, Teardrop, if you haven't gone already. I'm sorry if I've missed, if you've gone already, but yeah. Then don't upload it April 1st, April 2nd. You know what? I'll do my best. Okay? If not April 1st, then April 2nd. Literally, no. Like, I get that, like... Yeah, as an artist myself, motivation is hard and sometimes you have to push through. Exactly, and the thing about me, like, one thing in particular is that, like I said previously, not all of my ideas are good. As in, like, I will think that, like, I'll have, like, an idea of a... Well, not an idea for a project, but for example, if I think, oh, maybe it'll look best if I turn... Hang on, let me save this real quick. If I make her in this position and, like, you know, do this and, like, do this with the head and all that. And then in hindsight, I realize, nah, actually, that's not a good idea. And it's like, I overthink all the, like, different expressions. Because there's so many ways you can, like, animate certain expressions. And my problem is choosing which way to animate it, because there's so many different expressions, so many different ways you can animate a character, and it's just picking, like, the right way. Not the right way, because there's no wrong or right way. Well, you know, obviously there is, to an extent, but, you know, there's all sorts of different options, and sometimes I overwhelm myself. And that's where usually that kind of, you know, demotivation sets in. It gets overwhelming. So I'm thinking if I push through this and, like, you know, get through the process, because, I mean, I'm pretty proud of this live stream already, because we have already got, like, the main, all of, like, the GLaDOS poses, well, nearly all of them, done. So, you know, before we didn't have all this, and, so I'm gonna, like, do the key poses for, like, that, so I came up with a better way. That's where you come in. And I think, actually, in this stream, I might as well... Hang on, let me do it in this. I'm going to implement the 2 multiplayer bots. So we've got Peabody, I think is what it's called. Not looking good so far. Eggbot. Oh yeah, Eggbot. That's what it's, because it's yeah. Okay, Eggbot. Ew. Ew. These are all the cosmetics. Is there like an actual Eggbot? There he is! Look at him! Although to be honest, I don't know if there. Okay, that's much better. I'll implement him. Oh wait, I don't want to move the camera. I want to keep the camera there. So yeah, these guys will come in. Actually, I'll do roots, transform, other, no, body, root transform. There we go. I'll import these characters, you know, for future reference. They're not going to be in the frame like this. This is going to be for when like the camera kind of like pans towards them. Actually says, oh, you know, that's where you come in. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Please, okay, has anybody heard the jazz version? I'm not going to play it because obviously of copyright, but if you are a Portal fan, definitely check out the jazz version of Still Alive. It is so good. I love it. Aperture Science. We do what we must because we can. I've forgotten the rest of the song. I'm going to sleep, says Spy Blue. Well, hope you have a good sleep. Good night. Kisses. Hope you have sweet dreams. And yeah. Hey, and by the way, remember, 8 hours. Any less than that, and I'm coming to hunt you down. Okay? No. You need to get 8 hours of sleep, otherwise you're going to get locked in the relaxation vault where you'll be sleeping for all of eternity. Yeah, 500,000 years would work, yeah. Just like, yeah. Good morning. You have been fuck's sake. See, that's the thing. I'm a Portal fan, but it's been so long since I played it. I don't really remember much. I just love the bloody universe. I love the game. I just haven't played it. You have been in suspension for 9999. Cara mia Dio. Oh, I love that song. Cara mia. Oh. See, okay, that's the thing though. Like, I really loved that ending. Although the fucking cube made me jump at the end, like the bloody companion cube. Like, you know when she like slams the door, and like it opens again, and like the companion cube just like yeets out. That part like made me jump for the first time. Not gonna lie. Oh, have you heard of the Android Hell Blues by Loose Screws Louie? Of course I have, dude. Like, guys, okay, here's the thing. I love that song so much that I've actually learned how to play it on piano. Okay, I know I can actually play it, for fuck's sake. I love it so much. And the animation. Okay, Harry 101 UK. I love him to bits. Honestly, biggest inspiration. I watched all of his music videos, like GLaDOS is to blame. Like, what's it? There's like a bunch of them, like, I'm trying to think of other songs. In the number 64. Like Android Hell or whatever. The Android Hell theme. It's like robot number 67 found his way into Android heaven or something like that. I've forgotten, but detach the weekly call, throwing in the pit. Yes! God, I love you guys. Yes! I can't play it though, copyright. Like, I mean, I could. You know what? Fuck it. I will. I mean, I don't want to be like the guys like, oh, copyright. Oh, yeah, I want to stay monetized and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, you know what? A man's got to eat, but at the same time, a man also has to have fun. So you know what? I'm gonna put it on. So you know what? Fuck it. Oh wait. I don't need to actually. I can just hang on. I'm gonna open it up. Oh wait, it's coming up with that because I've already got FL Studio open because I tried to open the project file of the other thing. Now I'm coming up with all sorts of errors, so I apologise for that. Do I have? God damn, I've got so many. I mean, hang on, let me just turn down the latency here. I don't know. I mean, I would play the whole thing, but yeah. I love it. One of my favorite songs, honestly. Because it wasn't just her. Wait, who sang it? I don't know. Hang on. Android Hell Blues. Stupendium, I think it was. Yeah, Stupendium. Absolute brilliant singer. Love the voice actor. I love him so much. But yeah, Harry 101 UK. Brings me back as well because I used to like watch all of his videos like when they first came out. Obviously he doesn't upload much and like I miss his old videos. Honestly, I really do. I really miss his animations, and to be honest, I think I do get where he's coming from. I do understand why he doesn't upload as much because animating in SFM is quite hard, especially with all the bugs and stuff like that. But also, like, you know, I mean, he's a lot more productive and got a lot more going on. Me! Have you ever heard Count to 3 by the Chalk Eaters? No, I haven't actually. You know what, I am like, as soon as like I come back from work tonight, I'm gonna look through the chat again. I'm gonna like have a look through all the recommendations of what you guys are giving me, because goddamn, it is clear as day that I'm living under a rock, and my microphone is peaking. I need to turn that down. Actually, no, it's not. Never mind. It is a little bit actually. Okay, okay. If it's not copyrighted, then I'll have a look. Actually, Chalk Eaters. I'll turn this off real quick. What was it called? Count to 3. Count to 3. Chalk Eaters.
Is this what you've been waiting for? Say 1, 2, and 4.
Wait, Stupendium is. Oh, okay. Let's go. I love Stupendium so much, man.
Is this what you've been waiting for? Say 1, 2, and 4.
Hi again, I'm Gay Ben, a fan of shooters, wizard of computers, and a handsome man. Wasn't easy keeping busy every season.
Mate, I love the Valve logo, dude. I'm sorry. Quick, I'm sorry. I don't want to pause. But that, not Valve logo, the Steam logo right there, man. Mate, who animated this? That is so cool. I'm sorry. Already, I love that attention to detail.
isn't easy keeping busy every season.
Also, this reminds me of like the Canadian characters from South Park. Any Canadians?
Brings another reason not to make a game. I had it all but tried new things. True, it didn't get us very far. Between controllers and machines, you still picked a rusty old
Crowbar.
Nobody sees beyond my charming
Half-Life.
self. The soul is never truly free. So just for once, forget the summer sale and give it up for Half-Life.
Oh shit! Meet the Pyro!
Truly free.
Mate.
So just for once, forget the summer sale and
I'm sorry, Meet the Pyro was so fire, guys. Literally. Literally! Mate, that was like one of my, like, obviously Meet the Team, you know, like, I think Meet the Pyro was probably one of my favourite ones out of all of them. God damn, dude. I love this reference
give it up
already.
for Half-Life. Alex.
Vortigons.
Has not been oiled for years. We didn't even hope to see it running.
Left 4 Dead. Team Fortress. Portal. Wait, is that Portal? No, it's not. It's Half-Life. Like, is it? I don't know.
Well, here we are
Oh.
again, except we're long forgotten. My circuit's niggling up and down my spine. He said it's worth the wait. Is
Can I just say real quick though, I love the mix of like 2D and 3D. It looks so good.
it keeps pressing harder. But Alex gave us hope we'll run.
Oh, Gordon Freeman and that shell. Mate. To be honest though, come on, let's ship them. I shit you not, let's ship them.
Rise and shine. For soulless card games and hardware releases. The lights been turning green. Like gave you lemons, take them out the freezer. This time you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to count.
The numbers are intimidating. It's hard to give a fresh new start when everyone's anticipating another masterpiece of art. If this
I
machine
love-
keeps
nah,
playing
Ellen
dead,
McCain.
we may end up on the other side. So hold on to all your hats. Let's show him a triple A done right.
Yep. I'm sorry, this. I love the musical style of this.
Valve a spin.
We've got some work to do, so take this, honey. This time you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to count to 3.
Oh,
This is GLaDOS. The Chalk Eaters are my friends.
mate, love it, absolute love it. Mate, there was so much going on there. I like, nah, first thing that spotted out to me, obviously, the Valve logo and like everything. I love that. Oh wait, is it not done? Ah, I was saying, I just assumed that like the last few seconds were just gonna be like, oh, subscribe and like whatnot. Oh, hang on.
Is this what
The Chalk Eaters are my friends. Subscribe to the Chalk Eaters. 1, 2.
Thank you and have fun.
Thank you and have fun. Mate, I like that. Oh, wicked. Thank you and have fun. Right. Now that's got me inspired. Oh, so 3 doesn't exist. What are you on about? If you think 3 exists, then you're just as bad as the people who think 0 exists. 0 doesn't exist because it's nothing. And how can anything exist if it's nothing? Okay, what was the other one? Eggbot and... Ah, Peabody? No. Atlas? Yeah, Atlas. No? What? Okay, well, I've got Portal. Bullbot, that's what it's called. Bullbot. Where is he? There he is. Just chilling. Bing chilling. Right. Man, I love this song. Honestly, it is great. I love the jazzy. I mean, to be honest, I do like jazzy vibe. I mean, why do you think I love Android Hell Blues and the Still Alive thing? I need to make sure. Okay. Do I still have the platform for the... No, I don't think I have, actually. No, I do not. Crap. I'm going to have to find the platform. I've forgotten what the platform is called, though. So I'm going to have a look. ARM? Yeah, here it is. Kinda. Okay, but is this posable? That's one thing I want to know. Yes, it is! Look at that! I mean, it's not the best rig. Obviously, these things aren't really good, but it's posable, which is what I want. Good. Because I want one for each of them. Because basically, I want to... Wait, Peabody is a girl? I did not know that. Also, wait, you say don't say goodbye to Scrap. Oh no, I've heard it. I've heard it from, well, I've seen Harry 101's UK animation for it. Now that I'm awake, if you want a cake, I'll bake. You can bring the eggs, I'll mix in the sugar for you. Don't say goodbye. Yeah, no, I love that song. Like I said, it's been too long. And I think I've just I've just come back into like the Portal community after, many years. And, I do need to replay the whole, I think if anything, I should do a live stream where like we actually play the, go through the games again. And the mods. Do like a mod, like, the Half-Life, not Half-Life. I don't know why I was thinking Half-Life. Portal Stories Mel. Portal Stories Mel, Portal Reloaded. And if I find somebody, maybe even the multiplayer. But, because I haven't even played any multiplayer, because, I don't have any friends. I don't have anybody to play with. Ah! Also, because I'm stupid. Well, not stupid. It requires thinking, and like I say, I can't think that well. No, I'm kidding. Copy animation set, paste, then move that a little bit. Actually, you know what? I need that on the global axis, which still doesn't make a difference. Crap. You know what? I don't care if these are offset. So wait, who's the girl and who? So is the longer one is the girl? So what? Longer one is female, the shorter one is male, right? Or is it the other way around? How's the GLaDOS animation going? It's going good actually. Just sorting out, well, at the minute, not much progress in the animation side of things, but we're making good progress in like placement of the scene and planning out what's going to happen in the scene. So, for example, with GLaDOS, obviously she's going to... well, these guys are going to be off shot. That's one thing for sure. I need to put these guys into position, move them out of the way, and whatnot. Well, actually, no, I don't even need to do. I can just move it and then shift and then rotate. Boom. Now let's do for Eggbot. Peabody is female and okay, so right. Got ya. I mean, to be honest though, I think I'm gonna see if I can find a way to remember. Well, I'll probably remember over time anyway. Like that. And then select all of them. Move them out of the shot for a little bit. Actually, is that global axis? There we go. Nyom! Out of the way of the shot. But they're still there. They're still there. But obviously, because what I want to do, when it's like, that's when you come in, we'll focus onto them. Obviously, maybe I could change the camera angle a little. Maybe like after she's done that, maybe the camera could like move behind them. Like maybe she could like turn afterwards. And again, I need to fix the depth of field here, field of view here. But then like, yep, and then maybe I could do like a slow reveal of them. Like maybe. How do I do that though? Okay, that's the thing. I really want to do some fancy camera work here. Like, I do want to like, I don't want the, because that's the thing, you know, in GLaDOS Discovers Stan Twitter, the guy, the turrets just basically pops up from the platform, like the platform just extends out nowhere. I want to do something different with this. I do want to like make it look a bit more nicer, maybe like have them silhouetted or out of focus. So maybe like this, for example, like, let's see here, real quick. Have I got, crap, I messed it up anyway. Right, I'm gonna create a new, actually I don't need to. Cameras. 4. Oh no, this was a reference I made a while, this is a reference camera I made a while back. I don't need it anymore. So yeah, something like this. So what I was doing before, also why is that, oh, I need to playhead, straighten that out. But something like this, like, oh, I've forgotten how I did it. No, I needed to be further away, didn't I? No? Huh? I've forgotten how I did it. I'll have to use the, actually, no, I remember. Yeah, so these guys are like out of focus, maybe. So I'm gonna have to change the field of view a bit. Let me turn on render settings. The depth of field, no. Yeah, depth of field. And then field of view, no, not that one. Focal distance. I'm gonna have to remap the slider range for that one. Maximum, let's say 600. There we go. Aperture, turn up a bit. I'll turn on render settings, progressive refinement, and then, yeah, obviously the blurring for SFM isn't really good. So I don't know. Yeah, Source Filmmaker's depth of field blurring isn't the best. Obviously we've got like, I mean, to be honest, I think if I make a few changes to the settings, it could be better, but I'm probably gonna blur them in post. You know, I'm gonna probably like have like a separate layer, because that's what I did for GLaDOS Discovers Stan Twitter. Because I'll quickly show you what I mean by that. Because SFM's blurring system or whatever, it looks ugly as hell, absolutely ugly as hell. Which means by the way, I have seen your comment, Wheatley Lover. Do you need custom Wheatley voice lines? I do, but I am confident I might be able to do them myself. But what I'm trying to prove right now, where is it? Is this the one I'm after?
Infrastructure. Verified.
Yeah. So, for example, this part, because of how bad like the blurring is for Source Filmmaker, originally I wanted to make it so that, like, in the background, there's going to be the turret with the screens. You've seen the video, but oh wait, this isn't the right one. Stan Twitter. This isn't the right one. Sorry. Yeah, I had a screen. So if you've seen, yeah, you guys seen the original video, but like in the background there is a turret with the screens. You know, basically, yeah, this turret has these screens here. I need to turn all these off because these are really doing my head in. Actually, yeah. So I'll give a good example here right now. If I turn on depth of field, does it do anything? I don't think I've actually even got... Yeah, so it looks iffy. I don't really like the way it looks. So that's why, like, in post I had to actually like make a separate layer with the turret in the background and just key it in. But yeah, that's one of the only downsides to Source Filmmaker, is that the depth of field is shit. And I'm not faulting it. I mean, it is old software, but by my standards, it's best if I just do it like, you know, manually. Sorry about that. Search up. And they were going to make SFM2. I mean, there is S2FM, like there is Source 2 Filmmaker, which I do have. You know, I do have Half-Life Alyx, and that means I do have the workshop tools for it. You know, I've got Hammer, VTF Edit, so I do have all the Source, like, you know, and Source 2 Filmmaker assets and everything like that. The thing is, like I say, like, I am more comfortable in animating in Source 1 Filmmaker. However, I mean, to be honest, I haven't really ported anything over to S2FM just yet, but if the depth of field settings is much better in S2FM, maybe I wouldn't need to. So I'll give that a try, actually. Search up Wheatley Kest. Because that's the thing, I don't know why, like open.ai, no, 5.ai, something like that, or A5, something like that, it got shut down because of, you know, obviously, I don't know what's happened, but basically those were like the original text to voice editor thing that you can get for what, like GLaDOS and Wheatley and whatnot. But yeah, let me have that. Search up Wheatley says, put it on screen. Oh, this thing. I'm in love with myself. I don't know. What is it like? I was hoping. Oh, is it like a voice? Is it like an AI voice generator? Because, like I said, I am trying to find it, but well, I am trying to find a replacement. But at the same time, I would like to try and do a Wheatley impression myself. So I do appreciate it though.
Frankly, it's.
Am I gonna see something I don't want to see? I'm not. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna. Images. Hang on. All I'm seeing is bread. Wait. I'm gonna copy and paste that. All I see is just bread. No! Fuck off! No! 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 I'm not. Go on, dude! I mean, the only reason why I cringe because morons like him shouldn't procreate. You're not sorry though, are you, Lara? You are not sorry in the absolute slightest. That's it. I'm sending you off to Android hell. Fucking nah. I love that shit. That is the most, I don't know the word. That's the most self-obsessed, narcissistic ship you could ever have, is with yourself. I mean, to be honest though, if you guys have seen Meet the Cores by Harry 101 UK, you know, the ego core, where like at the end of it he makes like copies of himself, like, hello there, well hello there to you too, well I like you. It's Evil Wheatley and not Evil Wheatley. Fairs. I mean, okay, that makes a difference. A little bit, but it's the same person! Well, not even a person. Robot. Cool. I would recommend this AI site that replaces spoken voice lines with a character's voice and sounds pretty natural, but I'm not sure. I mean, here's the thing, like, the way I see, if I use AI as a tool, then fair enough. Like, for example, in this case, like, yes, it is a tool because I'm not, you know, I'm not generating, like, you know, I'm not like, this is content that I made. I generate it, and now it's like, it's not like that, but like, it is something I can use for animations, and like I said, like, I have used other people's audios that have used the AI voice lines. But yeah, to be honest though, I would really appreciate if you do like recommend me the site either way. The thing is though, yeah, what my stance on AI is that if it's used as a tool, fine. If it's used as a replacement for the entire product, no. It's like a voice modulator. You know what? No, absolutely, mate. I'd be more than happy with that. Voice modulation, fine. No, I'd be, if it's like a voice filter or something like that, I'd be down, because that's the thing, right? It's not much different from if I were to like edit my voice myself, like, because I know how to make, I know how to like do the sound effects to make my voice sound like GLaDOS or Wheatley, you know, the robotic kind of way, but it's just obviously the accents. And I think that's the only thing that the AI can actually help me with, is getting the accent spot on and making it sound like, you know, because that's the thing. I don't want to like rip off content. I want to make new content based on off this Portal universe. And honestly, I've got so many ideas of like making it, I don't know, making Aperture more of like a less serious, dangerous place, like Harry 101 has done. Yeah, the accent, I mean, I can do, yeah, exactly. The accents of pitch and so on. You know, it's actually kind of cute ship, you know, turning my Animal Crossings into an Aperture site and testing rage. To be honest, I'll have to look into it, but for now though, I do need to keep, I mean, I'm a bit of a hypocrite, obviously, because I've been talking about the GLaDOS, but there are certain things I need to keep off screen. Anyways, I digress. That camera, actually, I can actually use that then. So if I go back to camera, which one is it? I'm gonna finish doing the poses. Camera 7, I believe. No, that's not it. That's animated. 6 or 5? 5?
Ruining sociopath.
I have to quickly find that. Yeah, okay, it's the same one. So this is what I want. I want number 5. Follow fit reference frame. Wait, no, what? Okay. Main view. Camera 5. Okay, that's one thing I don't like though, is that the fact that you can't really rename these. I don't like the fact that you can't. Hang on, can I? I'm an idiot, I can. Main camera. There we go, I can rename it. God. You guys want to see how many hours I've actually got in SFM? And how long it took me to learn that? Like how long it took me to realise that? I can actually rename the the directory. I've got 1,155.5 hours on this goddamn program, and I've just learned that I can rename the main the camera settings, not in just the animation set editor, but the actual viewport itself. I'm learning new things every day. God damn it. Anyways. Do you guys want to join my Animal Crossing? I mean, I would love to, but I don't have Animal Crossing. Sinful Sorrow, I'll send you the site as soon as I can find it again. I remember using it last year. Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, I would really appreciate it. Honestly, it'd be a huge contribution to the channel, because honestly, I've got so many good plans, and that's the thing. Despite me like doing this live stream now, I'm doing this stream also mainly because my housemates are out. Because, well, I don't really like recording or like doing voices or anything like that while my housemates are in, and also because, you know, I do receive some complaints, especially at night. So I do need to keep my volume down to minimum sometimes, which makes it hard to record. So having like an AI like, you know, voice helper would actually, yeah, it would really help. So I do appreciate if do. Right.
I know how humans make more humans, and frankly, it's
To be honest, when she says actually no, that's fine.
frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over.
Have you considered making a Discord server for your community? I'd love to keep up with your work and streams. I mean, I have considered it. The thing is though, like from previous experience, because I used to, well, a long time, well, not a long time ago, like a few years ago, I did also have like a voice acting channel. But the thing is, managing the Discord was quite hard, especially because, well, I don't know, I mean, a lot of drama happens on Discord, okay? Like, a lot of drama happens on Discord a lot, and I don't really want to, like, manage it too much. Obviously, I can get moderators, but the thing is, though, is that, I need to have a certain level of trust to be able to trust somebody with a moderator role, and, like, because of, like, how much time, like, I don't really spend that much time networking. I should do, okay? I should, like, you know, network with other people online and look for, you know, for moderators. But at the minute, I am kind of like more of an introvert, so like I don't really like, you know, I may not sound like it, but the reason why I'm able to express like and be like this so much is because, well, I don't really see any of you, unfortunately. But no, like I do need to network and like reach out to get some moderators so I can actually get a Discord server. But no, I do get you there. It would be really nice, especially because like then I would be able to like post. I'd be able to post works in progress and screenshots and like, you know, all sorts of like do all sorts of you know, different tutorials, because that's the thing. Like I've got so many ideas, okay, but the thing is like it's all disorganized, and I would love to have like a Discord server to like get everything organized, you know, like do like tutorials here and there, or like sneak peeks of like different stuff, or like, you know, different, even like, I don't know, like handing it, like giving out the actual animation sessions for the videos, so you can, I don't know, maybe there could be like I don't know, like an event or something like that, or like a competition or contest in the Discord server where, you know, there could be like a giveaway for the project files for these videos or whatnot, you know, just like in you know, Meet the Team, you know, because that comes default with SFM. You know, you get access to the animation projects of Team Fortress and all that. Carlos is making it right. Neurotoxin on my Animal Crossing island right now. Oh, I love that.
I already have a human, which I hope some.
Okay, let's get rid of that overlay. I don't really need it for now. That's mainly just like a guide.
Somebody got. Assumes that you already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired. Which I hope some.
I want to make her like, yeah, I want to make her swing around a little further before she goes into that pose.
We have a human, which I hope.
So I want her to like, hang on a minute, maybe like her eye to be about here. Nope. About here, maybe, and then like, that's not the best colour for it. Like that. That's awful. I'm not trying to be an artist or anything like that, but like I'm trying to get a good reference as to like how far somebody, I don't know, because then it'll make the curve look a bit better, so I'll experiment with that. Then again, no, that needs sorting out as well. Oh crap. Ah, no, I don't need to. Also, what is this music? Oh, it's no copyright, but it's a bit more lovey-dovey than I'd like. Like that.
So I hope somebody got a human, which I hope some.
Then again, no, I think that's a bit too far now. No, that's better. A lot better. Is it on the same keyframe? Yes, it is. That though, I don't like that. I don't like how it's stretched too much there.
A human, which I hope somebody got fired over. A human, which I hope somebody got.
Or is that a good idea? Shall I leave it? Well, you got you on live. Love your animations, dude. They're so great. The lighting, the jokes, the quality. Thank you so much to Last Q. Blueray says, I'm going to go to bed. Good night, guys. Good night. Sweet dreams. Like I said, 8 hours or like no less. Okay? For every person who doesn't get their 8 hours of sleep, I shall be forcing them into a cryo stasis pod, whatever they use in the test chambers. Me, the cause, 1, 2, and all my cookies, but yeah, I love, honestly, like, I love, wait, hang on, what? If you're wondering what we're testing on, you know, humanoid animals. Wait, Harry Waterman's done what, sorry? Because I've forgotten. I have forgotten what I said.
I already have a human, which I hope somebody got fired over. I have a human, which I hope somebody got.
And does that look right though?
I hope somebody got fired.
Nah, I think that's a bit too much. Basically, I don't want it to like be like somebody. I want it to be like
which I hope some.
Maybe like a more slower, subtle. Yeah, I think that'll be best. So it's gonna be more subtle here. So she's gonna slightly a bit more that way, go down a bit. Head there.
So I hope somebody got some.
Maybe.
Somebody.
Move.
Somebody.
So I believe the AI voice modulator thing is Findshare. It has a bunch of other features. There's one specifically where you can... Alright, Findshare. I'm going to have a look at that. Findshare. Right. It has a bunch of other features, but there's one specifically you can import your own audio and voice lines, and they get changed into a chosen character's voice. So that way, oh wait, Oh, right, got ya. Nah, it's Live Digest just me. It's probably, yeah, it was probably just you, because it's still up for me.
I also hope somebody.
That doesn't look good, actually.
I hope somebody. Also, which I hope somebody.
And then she moves back a bit.
I'm a human, which I hope some.
Or maybe if I do that.
Also, in which I hope somebody got fired. Also, I hope
Then to a lesser extent. So if I do that here, boom. And then
somebody got fired.
maybe.
Which I hope somebody. Which I hope somebody got fired.
I don't know, it looks bad.
Somebody got.
Okay, you know what?
So
You can interpret as that too, but it's only. Hang on. Sorry, I mean, I'm just looking at the comments in the. Well, I'm looking at the chat with not really any context because I'm missing quite a bit. But okay, fine, share. I'm gonna bookmark that. And I'll look into that. But no, I do really appreciate you sharing me, honestly.
it also.
I think I should actually start with the keyframes, like the in-between frames, maybe.
Frankly, it's ridiculous. Humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous.
So,
Math. This is a test ruining sociopath. I'll just.
so this. Oh, what the hell just happened there?
Sociopath. A test ruining sociopath.
What the hell just happened there? The bloody thing just glitched out there for a second. Okay, and then. Yeah, that's one of the main issues that I've encountered with SFM. But. Yeah.
Path.
I'll copy that over, paste.
Path. I'll just have to make some.
Copy, paste. I'll normalize them actually.
I know. I'll just.
And then, boom.
Path. I'll just have path. I'll just.
I'll have to space them out a bit.
I'll just have to make. I'll just. I'll just have to make some. I'll just have to make some. I know.
I'll say this is a bit messy at the moment, but you know.
Sociopath. I'll just have to make some. I know how human. I know.
Copy. Oh crap! I've done that wrong. I need to M and then M, and then I'm guessing I could just do that.
I'll just have to make some.
I know this ain't the final product, but the keyframes are already looking good, and I'm curious about the final result. Now, to be honest, me too. I'm feeling quite proud of it.
Path. I'll just have to make some.
Obviously, a lot of stuff that, like, for example, the timing looks a bit off. Especially this. Like, I think I do need to fix that. Actually, I could flatten that out a bit.
Path. I'll just have to make some.
there are certain frames I don't need.
I'll just have to make some.
Because, like, for example, I think when I'm doing in between frames, there are, like, when I actually spline them, it can create values that, like, frame values that I don't really need. So, for example, like, this here, this rotation value, I don't really need. Well, actually, I do.
I'll just have to make some.
I don't actually need that.
I'll just have to make some.
Well, I might do actually, just space it out.
Just have to make some.
But then again, that's a question of whether or not I should actually. Yeah. You know what? I'll leave that for now.
I'll just have to make some.
And then save that. I made it home and back to watch the stream. Welcome home! Oh yeah, I see, but I'm also saying about the smoothness. I love the smoothness of your animations. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, to be honest, I can't really take all the credit. It's basically just like, you know, the spline tangents. Then again, though, it is quite difficult though, because they do get corrupted. Well, not corrupted in a way, but they do get real glitchy, real fast. But no, I do appreciate it. Writ detected, opinion rejected. Mate, I would say like, the original or the person who made that, honestly, it's like I love those kinds of videos, or it's like short, but it was animated, but it also wasn't. Like, it was basically like a Microsoft Paint animation, where they like literally just got like dragged an image of like GLaDOS, like a PNG of like GLaDOS, and just like moved it around like. Actually, I'll show it. Actually, I don't think they'll mind me showing it. YouTube. GLaDOS detects a Brit. Because obviously it'll show mine. Yeah, this is the original video.
Brit detected. Opinion rejected.
Very short.
Brit detected. Opinion rejected.
It's just, yeah, modal toaster. Oh no, they've changed it. Katrina Blade of Machiella. There's also another one. Somebody else made an animation for it.
Brit detected. Opinion rejected.
Okay, it's based on the same thing, I think. Based on the same premise. I just love it. I love it, honestly.
Socians make more humans, and frankly, it's ridiculous.
Okay, that body motion, I don't think I need. That.
Frankly, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It also assumes.
Hang on a sec. Can I move that?
Ridiculous. It also.
Nah, actually, that doesn't work as well. That works better. Like
ridiculous. It also assumes. It also.
I want to make an anticipation pose here as well, though. I want to make like a so instead of her immediately going to like turning straight, there should be a slight dip.
It also is.
No, that doesn't do it. It's spline tangent, that's why.
Also is. It also is.
Yeah, like that, but a bit more like, I don't know. Can we see yours? I mean, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. You should pull up the live stream on the live stream. I mean... I could. But then again though, I do have the live stream manager open right now, and that's this thing. Hello! This is you! This is all of you! And this is the stream. You look at a mirror.
It also assumes that you already have a.
I
It
mean,
also
do I need that new pose?
assumes. It also assumes.
Oh, I hate that. I hate the fact that it's splined even though I'd said stepped.
And frankly, it's ridiculous. It also assumes that you. Also assumes.
Do I leave it like that?
It also assumes.
I think it's just like, I think the only reason why it looks better is because it gives me a point of reference of the motion. I think I do need to fix this bit.
It also assumes. It also
I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know why, it just doesn't feel right. There should be like I do want there to be like an anticipation in this part. I mean, like, pull up another YouTube, then pull up the video. What of the live stream, like itself? I mean, I could try. Hang on. Let me duplicate this tab. And then go to View Channel. Oops. No, I don't want that! Crap. And then that. I mean, it's... There we go. I hope you're happy! I mean, it's... Now we wait for the echo! There we go. Hang on. Oh. I hope you're happy. Now we wait for the echo. There we go. Hang on. Oh. I hope you're happy. Now we wait for the echo. Echo, 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 echo. Oh. I hope you're happy. Now we wait for the echo. Echo, 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 echo. Oh. I hope you're happy. Now we wait for the echo. I'm exiting out of that. That is... Sorry about that, but that was quite fun. Best entertainment ever. I know, right?
It also assumes that you already have a human,
Right.
which I hope somebody
I am struggling with this. Though.
got fired up
I think.
over. Somebody. Which I hope.
Maybe if I do this frame, but with the GLaDOS, the torso, obviously the position of it. Oh no, that's not the problem. The problem is this thing. Found it. So the problem is that this returns. I think yeah. So the X rotation value goes back to normal when it shouldn't.
I hope somebody. Human, which I hope somebody got.
Wait a second. That's even worse. What? I need an in-between frame, but I can't.
Which I hope somebody got.
I am struggling to think of this. Not gonna lie. Like, I do have it in my head. It's just... Okay, let me think of it this way. This is why I would like an IK rig. It'll make things so much easier. Because literally, with an IK rig, this would, yeah. Thing is though, right, I have tried to make an IK rig for GLaDOS, and it turned out terrible. Why does everybody spell Wheatley as Wheatley? I don't know. I think they just can't spell. I think that's what it is. They just can't spell. Either that or they're losers. No, actually, no. Wrong word. Morons. That's the word I'm looking for. Morons. Enter Wheatley. I am not. No. Would a moron punch you into this pit? I mean, would he? You never know. Spoiler alert. Portable. Wait. Huh? Is it? What? Wait, it's just a joke. As a joke, I think. I never saw someone say it. I'll say, to be honest, I think if anybody was like says like that, I think it's out of satire. Yeah, I do agree with you on that one, Last Cube. I mean, no, actually, to be honest though, like, my last name, I'm not going to say it, but like, it is of a similar, like, it is similar way, like, where people, like, no, it's not like the same as Wheatley, but it's like, it's, it has the same issue where like people constantly like misspell it because of like, I don't know why. Like it's, they usually miss a letter when clearly, hang on, that's my alarm. It is 4 o'clock, which means I need to get ready for work. But what I was saying is that like in my last name, like there are like, there's like a couple of letters which for some reason people always miss out, but when you say it out loud, I'm not going to say it obviously, but like when people say that out loud, it's obvious that there should be the letters there. So why don't you just like, you know, use the letters? And it's like, I don't know, I've had to like call, like I've actually had to, a couple of instances where I had to like call up a bank, my bank, because it's like, you know, I've been denied a certain payment because it's like, oh, because the, you know, this has been billed to someone in this name, but it's not spelled right. What? That's why. Like, anyway, seeing that it is 4 o'clock, I unfortunately do have to go. I do apologise. I haven't made much progress on the GLaDOS animation. Like I said, we have made quite a bit of progress getting the steps in, the key poses, especially importing the two robots, obviously Eggbot and Atlas. Wait, they're both the same? No, yeah, Peabody and Atlas, sorry. Or Eggbot or Bullbot or whatever you may want to call them. The male and the female. I thought that they were both males at first, but I stand corrected. But anyways, I am glad that we made this much progress, and I am looking forward to when we do. I don't know when when I am going to get to do the next stream. Most likely in the next couple of days though, because I do really like, now that Source Filmmaker's fixed, don't want to jinx it, but now that it is fixed, I really do want to like, you know, actually start getting animations out, and yeah, and also chat with you guys, because it is really nice. It is really nice to see how you guys are doing and like, you know, banter with you and all. And yeah, but without further ado, I shall bid you adieu and have a good day. Love you guys.